welcome everybody to episode 30 of the Otaku Summit podcast, brought to you by The Solid. I am your host today, Kuma, Javon, aka Kuma. I don't know, said that backwards. I was going to say Kuma, aka Javon just now. That's how it feels sometimes. I ain't even lie to you. That's how it feels sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like my name is Kuma.
I understand.
Like so many people just address me by that.
Yeah.
Like feel like my actual name is a dating thing.
I can relate because my actual name is
No, you
Bruce
can't.
Wayne,
You
so
cannot.
No, you can't.
like,
I promise you.
That's my name.
I promise you can't relate to that. don't go on this podcast to lie. We only like a couple seconds in and you done trying to lie. But anyway, to the left of me is a very special person who's not been here in a while. It is Vicky. Yeah, we had to say it. Welcome back, Vicky. Welcome back. She is done with school and now she's here to join us for a very special podcast.
I'm on spring break.
Yeah, she is. And it's gonna be funny. It's like y'all gonna be like, she come back for this part, this the episode she come back for. Yes, people. And to the left of her, we have Omar, aka
we have
Bruce Wayne,
aka Omar,
aka Bruce Wayne. We welcome.
Bruce Wayne, aka Omar. That's what it is.
All right, I said it right the first time, so we just roll with that. And on the phone with us, our resident ghost of the pod, we have April. Yeah, see. Look at that. He said hi, by the way. That meant hi.
Hi.
How's everybody doing? How y'all doing?
Great.
We good. We pretty good.
Y'all excited for this episode today?
I'm ready for the darkness that's about to unfold.
Yeah, before we got on the pod, like we talked a lot of trauma of what this, well, at least for Omar, what this episode, what we had to prepare for this episode in this week.
I'm the only one who lose.
Yeah, kind of. He got the short end of the straw. But just to explain for everybody, this episode we have a very special episode because it's episode 30, which in Roman numerals is XXS and triple X. And with triple X come, we know what triple X is associated with. And being in that we are an anime podcast, it's only right that we discuss one avenue of watching anime and being in this community, what comes with hentai.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So each of us decided that we were going to recommend one hentai that we've seen. Not random, but that we wouldn't know who recommended, and then we'll just distribute it. And so that's what happened, and we watched it. And now we're going to come today with our review and how we felt about it.
I hikey didn't do the homework.
She
so.
did not. I'm happy that she admitted that off the bat before we got there. That's like, we don't even have to get to that. Yeah, so Vicky didn't do her homework.
I overachieved.
And April overachieved. April definitely overachieved in many ways this episode, and you guys are about to find out in so many. But before we get to that, guess what? We started Instagram and TikTok finally. Finally. Yeah, we did. Don't judge us yet. There's not a lot there yet, so don't judge it. If you go and see like that's not it. Don't worry, it'll be filled. But the TikTok is the Otaku Summit on TikTok and Otaku Summit on Instagram. So definitely go and check those out. We'll be doing some extra stuff on there, sharing clips from the pod. Yeah, we shimmy and do clips from the pod and TikTok videos and all that jazz.
Yep.
So definitely good. But getting into that, we have some news, Otaku news, to share with the people, some stuff that's going on in the anime community.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we have to talk about Toei got hacked. I don't know why people hacked Toei. I don't know why they decided to hack Toei. But I can just imagine.
Dragon Ball Z 5.
Yo, listen.
They want spoilers for the movie.
Yo, it's like, fam, he probably hacked it at first, and it's like, let me see what this script about. Let me see if Gohan doing something in this movie. What? Gohan is doing nothing? No, we hacking the whole thing. We shutting down Operation. Y'all ain't watching nothing. We getting the movie. We getting the movie delayed. But yeah, I just find it so funny. Just imagine a weeb just home one day, and it's like, you know what? Let me see if I can hack Toei. And it's like, oh snap! I think I did it. Oh snap! I did it. It's like it happened.
How trash their service gotta be?
I don't think Toei ever imagined that someone would want to hack them. It's like, bro, but
maybe
you want episodes early?
Bruh. That's like,
But I definitely think it was a DBT fan. So
If
Yeah.
I think they wanted the
did
movie.
hack
hack
it,
it,
figure
I
out
would
what
like
happened
for
in
them
that
to
movie.
dispose of the information that they found.
Me
Yeah, they
too.
didn't hack it. That's the same- that's the same thing
I
Maz
need
been
to
saying.
know if I
Yeah.
I need to know if I have to waste my money on this movie or not.
If
I'm
they-
already like
if-
y'all can force me to go see this movie, and I can be mad. And I know.
If
I'm
they're
gonna
an
be
evil
mad.
hacker,
don't do
what
nothing
I would
crazy.
do would send out a fake script just to give y'all hope to make you think
No,
y'all
he
go on
should
with something.
tease like the first third of the movie and be like, if y'all don't want me to release the rest, pay me money.
I mean, he probably could, but I think he'd probably.
I
Get
mean, they
arrested.
probably would find him.
Yeah, they
if
probably
the
would find him.
FBI
They-
was
But
there.
I would-
if
I
he
would just-
sharp, he can know what to do.
But I would just freak with y'all. I just want to see freak with y'all, or just release the part where it just makes Gohan shine
But
and be
it
like,
just-
"Crap, I gotta go
just
watch
let
it now."
us know.
And just the final, like, "Crap, he doesn't shine." I would
We
do it. I
know
would take that.
Gohan can only shine for like what 2 minutes. 2 minutes,
say
and
that.
like 2 minutes is enough.
Don't
2 minutes,
say
2 minutes
that.
is like
Hey, listen,
over
don't
exaggerated.
don't put that in the
we
universe.
have to make Gohan great
Don't
again.
put that in the universe.
We have to make Gohan.
Don't
great
do
again.
that.
No, we don't do that.
They
Don't
ain't
do
gonna
that.
make him great.
Don't say it.
Be-
We
you
have to
always have this
believe.
argument.
we
Do
have
not
to
do not
believe.
set yourself up for failure.
Omar's heart is going
Listen.
to be crushed.
If anybody know about setting yourself up for pain, that's me.
It does.
However-
right. I mean, he's true. He's
However-
true. He does know. He does know.
I have to believe deep down that they ain't gonna make Gohan the main character and not have him be great big.
Pan is going to
I
save him.
mean,
They can't do that.
I think
Pan
they
is
could.
going to save him.
Yeah.
Pan get captured.
Or Piccolo.
And then Pan's going to break free and
Or
save
Boy
him.
descends and save him.
Super Saiyan Pan.
No,
Oh, you
listen,
have
listen,
Goku?
let me tell you
You
guys.
have Goku
Listen,
swoop in
listen
the
to
end
my
and then
theory.
save him.
Don't say that.
This is my theory.
Don't
Gohan's
say that.
gonna
What's your
come,
theory?
try
Anybody
and
but
save
Goku.
Pan. He's gonna get the shit beat out of him, and then
Listen.
Pan's going to have a Gohan moment, like you know, father like daughter. She's gonna have a Gohan moment. She's gonna snap, and then she's gonna body everybody else, while Gohan's gonna weakly sit up and be like, Pan.
You can do this, Pan.
You can
Remember
do
the
it.
pain they've
Oh,
caused. The
Father-
people he's hurt.
Listen,
Now make that
Father, think of it. Father, daughter, Kamehameha.
That'd be
It's
lit.
written.
Oh my
down.
god, I
It's
would
there.
love to
I'd
see
love
The
that.
setup is perfect.
But it's not gonna happen.
Vicky's face is like, what? The
It's
Vicky's
not
face
going
is
to
like,
happen.
I can see. No, that setup is kind of. The setup is there. The setup is there. Father, daughter, Kamehameha.
I'd love
The
that.
setup
It's not
is.
gonna
The setup
happen,
is
Don't
though.
right
get
there.
too mushy when it comes to family stuff, man.
No, because you had the father son Kamehameha, and now Gohan has a daughter in Pod who was learning to
But
actively
you
how
know,
to
you
fight.
know it'd be
It's
fresh
like father, daughter,
if
Kamehameha.
Gohan, Pan, and Piccolo do a Masenko together.
That is.
That'd be
Oh.
solid.
Look at that. Father,
Father.
daughter, and grandfather.
Exactly. That'd be amazing.
Father, daughter, and
We
grandfather
love
all
to see it.
together.
We love to see it.
We love a good family reunion.
Oh,
We love
what
it.
good family.
We love
Oh.
it. We love it. But yeah, but the Toei hacking did come with some repercussions because everything got delayed. The movie got pushed.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the movie got pushed back until they are able to sort of the situation. So hopefully
But
Toei
you
is
know that's
able to
why
get their
they
service
hack.
back soon.
Yeah, I was very upset because the other show that Toei have out right now besides One Piece is Dragon Quest. You know,
I had no idea
the
you
series
were watching.
that
I,
Togashi.
you
I
want to read
honestly,
my
I
mind?
had no. You just. I had no
Well,
idea you
Oma
was
watches
watching Dragon
everything,
Quest.
so.
Like
Yeah.
no,
It's good.
this sounds like he is actively he actively used it. Like I had no idea.
I
Well, no, I'm
watched
not.
it.
Which man?
I'm not debating.
Which man was taking their time to play Dragon Quest?
I was getting there. I was
That's Togashi.
getting there.
That's
I was
Togashi.
getting there. I was
Togashi.
getting there.
That's
It's
the
funny.
series that Togashi
Yes.
forsake us for.
Yes, and it's funny. And it's funny that he's enjoying it. And it's like you can understand.
It's
So
hard,
now
it's
you
hard,
can
it's
understand
hard.
why Togashi is forsaking.
I
off of Dragon
understand.
Quest.
I understand.
See, there you go.
I
There
understand.
you
But
go. But that was random though. I did not know you watched
Yeah.
Dragon Quest. Okay,
yeah,
cool. Oh,
Dragon
cool.
Quest
Uh-huh.
get delayed in addition to One Piece, and,
Alright,
and
yeah.
like Dragon Quest
One
finally
Piece
like
fans
in
are
its
in
climax,
Okay.
and like I was so excited to see how it was going to end. I want to see who end up with each other. I wanna, I, I wanna like, I just wanna know what happens. But like
Oh, okay.
You're very passionate about this show.
this
It,
nigga.
listen, it really does sound like
This
he's
nigga
very
go
bad.
on and hacked away, and they was like, you know what, we ain't showing none
As a
of
matter
our
of fact,
shit
I
no
barely
more.
knew Dragon Quest had an anime out. I
Yeah,
have not
babe.
seen much
Mhm.
people talk about this. So the fact that you were saying all of this is kind of shocking.
But
I knew
Dragon
someone else in
Quest
the group
is
was
not
watching.
me.
I used
didn't
to
know.
glimpse y'all talking about it on Saturday mornings.
No, I didn't.
I don't know.
You sure?
Maybe. I mean, I talked about it with somebody before.
Nah.
I don't-
Someone
I
inside
don't
the
know what it
group,
was.
Okay.
yeah.
So how many episodes are there of Dragon Quest?
At least 50, I think.
50.
Right
Oh,
now.
so this is
I think
Yeah,
it
this-
started,
this is
it started
continuation.
around the time that Inuyasha sequel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I
Even before that.
think I know
It
what
might have
I know what
stopped before
anime
that.
this is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere around that time.
Okay, I remember that. I know what anime this is. All right, gee, yeah, you've been keeping up.
Yeah.
No,
All
I
right.
think it started around the same time because I remember.
think it
I remember
started-
y'all
Yeah, I
were
think it
watching.
did.
Y'all were talking about it the same time as that.
It was. I think it did. Yeah.
I intentionally watched it because I was like, let me see why Togashi obsessed with this.
I think you need to play the game. It's the games he's more obsessed with.
I can play the new one when it comes out.
Oh yeah, it is.
The one that's
Like,
for adults.
He's falling deeper into the rabbit hole.
They ain't gonna ever get out the X on the back.
Hey, don't
They
say
ain't gonna ever
that.
get it back. They ain't gonna ever get it
That
back.
ain't funny,
There's a
bro.
funny meme out
Ooh,
like
with the horse?
horses. With the with the horses. Like for Attack on Titan, they had a complete, well-drawn, very detailed horse. For the Promised Neverland, they had like one half that was like very detailed, and it was like the second half was like drawn by a kid. It looked like horrible. And then for Hunter x Hunter, they literally stopped at the half of the horse, and that was it. Why? Because it's never going to be finished.
Oh,
I
that
don't
was
need
so
to take
funny when I saw that.
That was hilarious. I had to send that to Ma. I needed to watch that. That was so funny when I saw that. Oh man. Hunter
Yeah,
x
yeah,
Hunter
yeah,
fans.
yeah.
I pray for
Dragon
y'all
Quest
daily.
has over 70 episodes right now.
Oh, damn.
When did it start?
The fall 2020.
Okay.
What?
2020.
It's at the same time as
Whoa.
when did Thingy start?
What, Yashima?
Yeah.
I think it started winter 2021. No,
Yeah, it started 2021.
no, it started. I think it did. I think it started fall 2022. Because
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, like Vicky has.
So Mars, be too quick to shut me down.
Wow, that sounded personal. that gives me
that
yeah,
definitely was personal.
She had that on her heart.
I think it's the fact that
Yashashimi went on break
Yeah, it
between
started
the two
the same.
seasons.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
it
cool,
went
cool,
on
cool.
break.
Yeah, it did go on.
Whatever,
That's true.
bro.
Yeah, it wasn't gone for a while. It was gone for a while. But yeah, prayers to it. Hope they get their stuff back. And we can resume and get a new date for Dragon Ball. Which is supposed to come out the summer
For us, yeah.
For us,
It was
yeah.
gonna come
Oh,
out
it's
this
not
summer.
enough for fall for us now.
Yeah, maybe that,
Which
that's
is
a hard delay.
strange because
When
that
did
means
Brawly
that
come out?
One Piece getting pushed back.
Brawly was Brawly was like 2019, I think.
When
I
was that? That was summer
I
or
think
fall?
Brawly was
2019 or
2018.
2018.
I
one
think
of
it was
the two.
2018.
Yeah, one of the two. 2018 or 2019, if I remember correctly.
I think it's 2018.
It was definitely when Fusion was still very,
Very new.
very,
Yeah.
very new.
Because
Yeah,
I think that was the.
That was
that
the first.
first
Yeah, I think
IMAX
it
was.
movie I watched?
Oh no.
I still don't remember.
It was
the
why.
first-
I
it was the
still-
That was
first-
the first anime.
It was,
Movie
and they
that
had
was
it in
there.
IMAX, but I can't.
Yeah, not in
remember.
IMAX.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was the first IMAX movie I watched in there.
I doubt it because I think we
Was
used to go to the
it?
movies to watch the movies before then.
I think it was.
Yeah,
I think
but-
no. Grindel.
Soon to be rival.
Fantastic Beast was my first IMAX movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mine. It was my
Fantastic Beasts
first
was my
pure
favorite.
movie
Yeah.
too.
I don't even remember what my first time
I don't
That was
even
my
know.
first
was.
movie. But that was my first anime theatrical release since
I
probably
still don't remember.
probably
Pokemon?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh.
I just watched that movie with my cousin on my
Yu-Gi-Oh
nephew
movie?
I didn't
last.
know what the
yeah.
fuck.
I remember I watched you.
My nephew wanted to watch it. I watched it with him last
There you
year.
go.
What year Aquaman?
There's
come out?
actually is another one that's really good, a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. It's when Yugi Jaden and Yusei.
Yeah.
that
Beyond
is
time.
it's actually really
10
good.
out of 10.
It's a really, really good movie.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think
Man.
it's there yet.
Yu-Gi-Oh's
I
kind of
miss you.
Yu-Gi-Oh's kind
I
of
miss the
underrated. I
good
think I said
parts
this
of
before.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
so much.
Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of underrated, like up to 5D, especially 5Ds, because it has like
Yeah,
a very,
5Ds was very
very
good.
mature tone.
Yeah.
For Yu-Gi-Oh, like a very, very mature tone. So I appreciate that a lot.
100%.
Yeah. All right, so moving on, Attack on Titan fans, y'all have to wait another week, 2 weeks before you get the actual finale of the series. Because it's a special. What was it again? A special programming or like a special event that's happening in Japan.
Yeah.
That Sunday. So Attack on Titan has a delay going on, so do not expect Attack on Titan this week. Whatever episode you'll watch, this last episode, let that be in your heart, and the suspense kill you. And, and there you go, Attack on Titan.
Luckily, I have the whole season to watch.
Yeah, look, there you go.
I already watched one episode for the season.
But
Oh,
I'm
wait,
I'm like
season
3
4 or
episodes
part
behind.
two?
Oh,
like,
sorry,
3
this part
episodes
2.
behind.
Oh,
I've
okay.
only only watched one
You're fine.
episode.
You're fine.
I was letting it build up.
Yeah, I'm 3 episodes behind too, but I watched the manga. I've read the manga, so I know what's happening. So I decided to look and see. Oh, this is what y'all doing. Okay, I know what's going on. So that's fine. That's fine.
Manga reader attitude.
I know, right? That's fine.
What you trying to say?
I'm such an elitist.
You was having the same attitude.
I like how you try to carry with us. Like, what do you
Select-
mean? Like, you know what you mean.
me.
Yeah, you know what you mean. Continuing on with the Otaku news, FLCL is back.
Fully,
Cooly?
Yeah.
I say it, fully, fully. FLCL. That's all I say.
Cooly.
Just
I
say
don't-
cool.
Yeah, just
That's
say
what
coolie.
everyone knows it as.
Yeah.
But I like to say FLCL. Because I always used to see just FLCL and then a fully coolie
Yeah.
when it's on Toonami.
That's an
But yeah,
acquired
fully,
taste.
what, FLC? Oh, fully coolie?
Yes, it is an
It
acquired
The
taste.
elitist taste.
It's an acquired
I don't
taste.
think it's an
I
elitist
don't
taste
think not
either.
elitist
I
at
think
all.
it's, like you
Oh,
said, it's just
you're
really
talking about
one of
fully
those-
cool on. I thought you were talking about calling it by the FCT thing.
Oh.
No, I just say FL because it's just short to say fully coolie.
But yeah, fully
FCL.
coolie is for. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, fully coolie is acquired taste.
Yeah.
Especially when it's young. I just watched it because when it used to come on Adult Swim.
I
it was just so
I
different.
only watched the first one. I haven't watched like the second one.
I
don't-
watched the
you
first
know.
and second.
I
I
haven't
think I
watched-
started the third, but I didn't finish it
I haven't
yet.
watched the second.
But since the
That's
fourth
a
one is
third?
coming out, I will finish the third one and go watch
I thought
the
this
fourth
was the
one.
third one. I
Yeah,
thought they
no,
did.
this is the
I thought they were
They
doing
had
this for
like
third and fourth.
they had like three versions. So they had the original Fully Cooley, and then they had one
Yeah.
that came one after that. Then they had another one that came one after that.
One was a
around the
continue.
same
One was a
time frame.
continuation.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, one was a continuation.
Yeah.
Because I know this third one that's coming out next year, and they also announced that the fourth one too are 2 continuations. But the biggest thing I see from this is they changed the art style. I mean, it looks,
Yeah,
it
I
looks
saw
pretty
that.
cool.
They
I
changed
like
the
it.
art
It
style.
looks CG-esque.
Yeah.
Ah,
it
okay,
does.
that's what it
Oh,
is.
boy.
What's
It's
that?
a Fully Cooley alternative, and then there's a Fully Cooley progressive. That's the three.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So I
But
watched
yeah,
I watched alternative, but I didn't watch progressive yet.
See, they have FLCL there too. See, I know I ain't tripping. But I only watched the first Fully Cooley, the original one that used to come on Adult Swim. But like I say, it was like one of those animes that was just
Acquired taste.
acquired taste. But
Yeah.
it looked different to me. It was like, okay, this look cool, and then I liked the music that was playing, and then I just liked the characters. So I was like, okay, I gotta stick
Yeah.
with it.
I watched it, and I was just like, huh.
I don't think I've
This is
ever.
interesting.
But it was so different
It
in
was.
its time. It was
Yes.
very
Yeah,
different.
it's
and
very-
unique.
It's like looking at abstract art. It's like
Yeah, and then you just couldn't look away from it. You had to like
Yeah,
sometimes you don't know
that's
what the
what
fuck is going on. It's like
Yes.
I was
what's
just
going
about
on.
I was just
I don't
gonna
know what's
say
going on.
I
but
don't. I have to
know
watch it
why.
But it
again.
looked nice.
Cause I don't know if I've ever
Yeah.
watched Fully Cooley like in exact order. I just used to pop up on Adult Swim and I just
Just
watch
be
the
like,
episode.
why is this thing
Like,
coming
okay, what's
out of
happening?
his head? Like, why
Right.
is there iron?
Yeah, like why is a bunch
there.
of giant monsters popping up? Like, what's this love
And
triangle?
then even
What
like
is
when
love
the
thingy about
hand
this
came
girl?
out, like I think like the hand came out of him or something, and then lift
Mhm.
up the iron or
Yeah.
something, then press. I was like, what?
That and I think of just being a very teenage boy.
It's like
'Cause
I
not a lot
don't
of
know
fan
what's
service
going
in this story.
on, but this looks kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for real, for real.
that was me when I watched it. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
huh,
like, it
I
reminded
can't tell
me-
what's going on, but it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So I'll continue watching.
Yeah, and I continue to watch it. So Fully Cooley is cool. I
I
like
don't
it.
remember.
But it's like it
anything
was one of
about
those.
Fully
It's
Cooley.
like one of those cult favorites. Fully Cooley is
Yeah.
like one of those cult favorites. It reminded me. I don't know if y'all ever watched this, but Magical Shop in Arcade of Benabashi. This like an
What?
anime. Yeah, it's a long.
All I heard is magical shopping.
Arcade of Benabashi. I think now that I think about it, I think that might have been Isekais before Isekais. But
I have no clue what that is.
It's like it was an anime that came on G4. Like they had
Oh,
they had like
What?
wow.
anime?
yeah
That's a name
they
I
had
haven't heard
they had
in
like they had like an
years.
anime block that used to
G4,
come
damn.
on. I think late.
Oh well,
I-
I only
I
used to
think
watch
You
I
know
was-
what I miss about G4?
I think I just left it on G4
Like
like
since you
one
brought
day.
up G4.
Randomly.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. You can because like, but okay, just like sorry to side like off the rails, but one thing what I miss about G4,
What?
like when they used to put on American Ninja War. No, Jesus, no.
I was
The-
gonna say that's
the-
when I
the
started.
Ninja
That's when I
Warrior.
hated. That's when I started to hate you.
Wait, April,
Could have just
bro.
not-
What you?
Makoto
I love.
Nagano?
I
That's
love
my
Ninja
hated.
He was the
Warrior.
goat bait.
That's why I started
Makoto
hating
Nagano. He must win.
Yes,
like
that's
3
my dude. Every time he used to come back every year.
Every year.
That's
without
Every year
fail.
he used to kill it every
He was a
friggin' year.
beast, bait.
Oh wow.
And then they
I
introduced
love
the
Ninja
American
Warrior. Like
version.
that broke my heart when G4 disappeared, when G4 like left or
Yeah.
died, and
Yeah.
and Ninja Warrior just went away with it. That was my year. That was my annual watch, man.
Sam, in the summer, I used to kill that, beat that dead by during the week.
Yo,
But
it's so wow.
and then you have this stupid knockoff American Ninja Warrior bullshit.
America, like, take everything. With.
I know, right?
I did not know y'all felt extremely this strongly about
Yeah,
Ninja
but
Warrior.
OG Ninja,
Ninja Warrior was
Warrior
so
is
good!
the greatest.
I didn't.
Can't top it.
I was just on G4 for the games and anime. So when they took all that away, I just kind of just died.
I remember like one of my other favorites, like they were injured or something, and then they kept trying to get up to the ramp and they couldn't, and then like we just watched as time ran out. I'm like, oh
That's funny.
no.
I used to watch that show and be like, I could do this. Like, you know the
What?
the you know the part in the beginning where they used to have to run across the thing.
The thing,
real
yeah,
quick?
real quick.
Yeah.
The one that's spinning,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I could do that shit.
Really?
I could do that.
Really? You think so? Really?
But then
Yeah.
when they did the
Okay.
thing, like
And
you
then
know,
when
like
they have to
like
climb up the wall, I was like, I can do that too.
All right.
I'm sure I can do that.
Okay. Athletic Omar. You really think you?
the minute like when they show like you know
They
the thing
call
like when
me
you hold the
Sasuke.
bars, you have to
That's
lift
not-
the bars
No,
up
they
each
do
of the
not.
notches. I was like, no, I said I can't do that shit. Like you know the upper body you attack like
the
they had
upper
to
body
swing.
yeah,
They had to swing, lift up, bam. Swing, lift up, bam.
With the bar, when they have the pole and they have to like come up with the pole.
Yeah.
Wait, that hard. Wait.
Oh my gosh, like, y'all really gushing about the show. But yeah, like I
Ninja
said,
Warrior was so
I take your word for it.
Like I
But,
need to see if there's any old videos on YouTube.
That probably is.
Probably. But yeah, G4 the anime blog. Because there was another one, I can't remember. It's Rubik's, I think it was called Rubik's. I can't remember. But it's a whole
Yeah,
anime blog.
Rubik's was on G4.
Yeah, there's a whole anime blog. So yeah, it's just smart. It goes up. It used to, but yeah, that used to
Bring
remind me.
G4, bring G4 back. Bring a better G4.
Well,
It is.
G4
but
is
Yeah, they
back.
brought it
It's
back.
just
Yeah.
on YouTube now.
It's on TV too, but I mean, no one's really watched
TV.
TV. So yeah,
Yeah.
they stream on YouTube and Twitch. But it's really good. They have like a bunch of different things. I watch it a lot. I tune in and out. They have a whole Dungeons and Dragons blog, esports blog, X-Play, a whole X-Play. So it's cool. It's pretty cool. I like it.
I
like
saw one of the gals on there was getting roasted for something stupid she said recently. I can't remember what it was.
I think you may be talking to Frost.
Yeah, she did say something stupid, and they was like roasting her for it.
Well, she was really just talking about how people like did this sexualize.
It was something else after
the
that.
female.
It was
I can't remember what it
something
was,
else
but
after
I know
that.
what you're talking about though. It was a whole
She was saying a
around.
game was going to flop,
Oh, I
but
don't
it
remember that.
didn't.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
I
what
think
it
she was talking shit about Elden Ring. It was something she was talking shit about. Like,
Well, that's the only thing I remember. But
Yeah.
she was pretty much saying it's like they're not on TV
Yeah.
for gamer guys to jerk off to.
yeah,
Essentially, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
it
true.
was.
That's very true.
Yeah, that was pretty much the whole thing. Yeah, it really was. It really was. Yeah, you know what I guess. So, oh, news.
Let's go right into the other
Which is
big program from childhood.
which big bro? Oh, you want to get into that?
Yeah.
I was gonna save that for last.
Oh,
But
you
we
wanna
could do
save
it.
it for
I
last?
was gonna save it for last.
Okay.
So man, that's coming to derail your schedule,
No,
My
this
bad.
is everything's right.
I just thought that was
Yeah,
a
because
segue.
these ones pretty quick. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Tekken is getting an anime. It looks pretty cool. So for Tekken
Yeah.
fans,
Yeah.
that's coming on
Yeah.
Netflix. It's a whole series coming there based on Jin, one of the main characters from Tekken. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I like the animation style,
think-
and I've always kind of liked Tekken's story
Yeah.
when they had in it. So I'm actually pretty interested to see what they do with it. Netflix is really doing a lot with anime.
I want to see
They're trying to do a
Kazuya.
lot. You want Kazu? Yeah, I think you. Yeah, me too. I feel like we may in that, but yeah, that's happening. That's
Yeah.
happening as well. Tokyo Mew Mew. It was the original author, right?
No, the artist.
The artist. Oh,
Yeah.
the artist. Yes, the
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah, the mangaka.
Yeah. Passed away recently. So there's that for the Tokyo Mew Mew fans.
That
The last thing
sucks
they did.
because the
Yeah,
remake
'cause
is
it's coming back.
coming out
Right.
in next season, eh?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Next,
Either that or summer.
Yeah.
I thought they said.
I know it's
probably in
this
summer
year.
now.
It's this year, but I'm
Yeah,
sure
it's coming out
if
this
it's
year.
in the spring.
Yeah, so that's coming. So they had an opportunity to work on the show though before they passed away, but that's really sad.
Yeah.
So
It just sucks. man.
R.I.P. to them. It really does. What happened?
Sorry.
Wow, Vicky.
I don't
wow.
know. I don't know
Everyone's
why.
all somber.
Vicky
Vicky
just
laughing.
gave me a look. Like she Googled something. She gave me a look. I was like, what happened? Like what did I do?
She's
Like what's going on?
slopping up.
What happened?
I'm trying to see when the remake coming out. No, not this.
It's like April 2020.
April 2020.
Oh,
I
so
don't know.
it is.
It's like 20. Oh, sorry. It was initially announced April 2020. It's planned to air in 2022.
Okay,
This
okay,
doesn't
okay.
say a date. Sorry,
Alright.
this doesn't say a month. It just
So
say-
probably summer,
Um,
maybe summer.
check
Probably.
my anime
Did any of
list.
you watch Tokyo Mew Mew though?
Nope.
I
That's
did.
why-
That's-
this is-
I
That's why. That's why I did
read
that
it.
look. I
I
went to
watched it.
Google it and I was
Read
just telling,
that
what is
shit.
this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you got the look.
This one of the OG
Yes, one of the-
magical girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It kind of.
No.
It kind of.
Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
after
yeah,
I
it's
think
very-
like it
it-
came
it-
out like
it's
after
the-
Sailor
yeah.
Moon
It's
was
the-
over,
Right. It was one of the.
and so
the
like
early
everyone was looking for the next like
Magical
Sailor
Girl.
Moon successor
I can only
type
take
thing.
magical girl anime for a certain.
Tokyo
Because
Mew Mew
it
is
was
the,
this and the
it have
other
to
one
be-
for A.
Oh, y'all out.
Sugar
Rising
Kara.
Dark like that.
Sugar
like
Kara.
Madoka Magica and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yeah,
That's the type
I
of
watched-
magical
I
girl.
watched
Sugar
Sugar
Kara,
Kara.
I
I watched
love
Sugar
that
Kara.
too. Listen,
I
my
watched Sugar
like when I was a teenage girl, like I used to like watch.
But yeah, Tokyo Mew Mew. I think part of the reason maybe a lot of people didn't watch Tokyo Mew Mew as well because it came on for kids. And
I was going to ask.
Yeah,
Isn't that on kids?
yeah,
WB?
for kids.
It came on for
fucked
kids.
that up.
Along
I
Or
feel
kids
like that
just
was on
messed
kids.
that up.
WB.
along with Sonic X
I
Yeah.
love Sonic
and
X,
Shaman
though.
King. Sonic X is Shaman King.
I
I
love
watched
Sonic
Shaman
X.
King and I watched.
Shaman is a hard.
and I
The
watched
rise
Sonic- I
and
watched Sonic
fall
X.
of 4Kids.
watched Sonic X.
You know, we
Gotta
really
go
need to
back.
talk about 4Kids someday. We
No,
really need to talk
we,
about the
we,
rise and
we
fall of
kind
4Kids.
of don't need to talk about 4Kids.
Yeah.
4Kids became Funimation. That's all you need to know.
And Funimation became Crunchyroll.
And there you have it, folks. And there you have it, folks. There you have it. There you
It
have
goes
it.
around and around.
Hey,
We can't wait to
listen,
see
the-
what absorbs
The
Crunchyroll.
carousel never stops. The carousel never stops.
Crunchyroll ain't gonna get absorbed.
Carousel go up.
I mean, Crunchyroll technically absorbed by Sony.
That's true.
If you really look at it.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah, so there's that. But
Sony
on
will,
the last, well, not the last piece of bigger news, but one of the bigger news, Mappa's director, more notably the director for Jujutsu Kaisen, is leaving the series and heading out to start his own
Oh,
own
Tokyo
studio.
Mew 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 New is coming out summer 2020.
Oh, well, there you go. Tony,
2022.
Take your Mew Mew.
I'm sorry, 2022. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting the year.
But yeah, the director for Jujutsu Kaisen left the series and is going off to start his own studio with a few of the employees from Mappa. So I guess he got tired of the whole work schedule.
Yeah.
And when Mappa
I'm
was
happy
pushing
for
out,
them,
they'd be like,
man.
Good
They-
for
Me too,
them.
yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
interesting. It'll be
They're working
interesting
them
if he
hard.
turns
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
monster that he
They
ran.
see their
Listen.
family.
when you don't see
They
your family in
can't
months
sleep.
and can't, and you don't sleep, I think it's time to reevaluate
When
your
your
work
buys,
environment.
when your buys got buys.
No, for real. No, for real. For real.
Every time I see that director, I get upset.
Yo.
I
That
know,
nigga looks
but
like he about to die.
any moment, like he don't have, he has nothing left in him.
What is
He's
sunshine?
He's a hollow shell.
What is the sun?
He's a very hollow. No, it's for real. Like, what is the sun? But yeah, I know there's like concerns for some people that Jujutsu Kaisen may drop in quality, but I don't think that
I
may,
get the
that
picture.
may be the
Wait, what?
case.
I don't know. Depends who left with him.
I mean, even still, I feel like different directors take on the same animes all the time.
I mean,
So, like, yeah,
sometimes
that's
it takes one wrong director to mess things up.
I mean, not
We
necessarily
know that from what Peach Boy.
Peach Boy. Well, that's Peach. That's that studio. Because I'm gonna say, like, at the end of the day, it's still done.
Was
by-
it also the
It's still-
director
it's
who
still
made
being
that
done by
choice
Mappa.
too?
It was the direct. I know. I
Every
remember.
time
I
I
remember
look
the
at
thing.
this
I remember
line,
the
yeah,
thing.
we
I remember
remember.
just bikes. But yeah, it was the director that made. It was the director that made the choice for Peach Boy. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still being done by Mappa. So I'm sure Mappa is going to.
I'm just saying, it
whoever
takes
they have.
one bad director to break things up.
I mean, I think that's more with the studio than the director, though. but yeah, so I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen did not have anything to worry about personally. But hopefully,
We won't know.
I
won't
think
know
there's
until it
cause
happens.
for concern though. I think
yeah,
so.
man, yeah, that's what it is. But I do wish him the best though, and
Yeah.
starting his own studio, and hopefully he.
Don't turn
is
into
able
the
to-
monster that you ran away from.
Hopefully he doesn't become the bad guy of what he's trying to run away from. But in the
Don't let
last
this
piece
be
of
your
news,
villain origin.
the villain origin story? No, don't have to be that. Don't have to be that. But the last piece of news, we have Toonami is celebrating 25 years of
What,
being
what?
in existence.
And if y'all didn't
Which
see,
is really
Omar
good.
has a 5-part.
He does. He does. He does. But all jokes aside, though, it was a really good. It was a really good. It was a really good, heartfelt, 5-part
tweet.
Yeah, tweet that you guys. So if you guys follow Omar, like hit the ad, go check it out. It's really good.
I only did one tweet, and then I retweeted some of the videos, like some of my favorite spots.
Yeah,
with Toonami
I
did.
I just
did.
retweeted the Toonami turning 25, and then that was it.
Yeah, I did. I
Did
tweeted
you read my tweet?
This started.
I saw it, and
It's
I
very
had intentions
heartfelt.
to read it, and I was like, hold on, wait,
But-
there's more? And I was like,
It's very heartfelt. It was very thought out, very articulate, and very sincere of what Toonami meant to a lot of people who got into anime like that. I'm sorry, we retweeted it on the anime pod page, so if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, Toonami definitely, I can say, ushered in a lot of people into anime that still watch it today.
Yeah.
What was you guys' experience with Toonami like back then? You guys
my God.
running home from school to catch the block.
Yes, I remember because like Dragon Ball Z used to come on 4 o'clock,
Vicky's
and so I
thinking.
used to rush
Vicky
home,
has to
and then I
look.
used to do my homework. But like, I had to go to my Grammy's house because my mom used to work, and so my Grammy, like she always told me that I had to tell her the 23rd Psalm. Like
Wow!
and if I mess up, no TV.
Before
I
you can
mess
watch
up no
anime,
TV.
that's
And so let
crazy.
me tell you,
Wow.
Vicky,
on the way home,
April out of
I used to
pressure.
rehearse that
April out
in
pressure.
my head, and then I used to bust in through the door, and I used to run up to her, say the 23rd Psalm, and then go run and turn on the TV
what
for
is
Dragon
the
What is
Ball.
the
23rd
23rd
Psalm?
Psalm?
Okay, we saying the same thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Can you still recite it? April?
I don't know.
I know.
Let me see.
Grammy would be disappointed.
Yes, you'd be highly disappointed. She plotting to take away your TV right now.
I mean,
I'll tell you. I will tell you.
I mean, I hope she don't haunt me tonight.
Oh, that
The
went
Lord
down.
is
Whoa,
my
okay,
shepherd,
not that.
I shall
Bye-bye.
not
Oh,
want.
the Lord's my shepherd is the 23rd Psalm.
Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but she had to go and tell it.
You know
I
about
said
that.
The
that.
Lord's thy
But we had to
shepherd,
make
I
sure
shall
she
not
knew.
want.
She
He
knew
maketh
before.
me lie
before-
down in
You know
green
about
pastures.
that.
Yeah.
I know the Psalm.
To
Before-
restore my soul, yea, though I walk
through
through
the valley of the shadow of death,
I shall fear no evil,
for
but
the
thou
Lord
art with me.
Ah,
Thy rod, thy staff,
they
they
come with me. Ah, they was like, what? I'd about to miss Dragon Ball Z today. You know what's wrong? Ain't about to happen. What? Think Sailor Moon about to leave off when they get there last week and I don't catch that? You tell a lie. You tell a lie. But I was gonna say it looked like before we got into that. It looked like Vicky. Did you watch Toonami?
Oh yeah, I did, but
Okay.
I caught it at a different time frame. April's a
What do
little
you
bit
mean
up
you
there
got
in
it?
age, so my Toonami was.
Wow.
Say, this
Damn.
girl's so disrespectful. She ain't
Okay.
read my tweet.
All right.
And now she
Woo.
called April.
Oh, like just casually, huh? Like,
What
I
was
think,
it?
I mean, I don't know what block you watch, but
We had
like,
a conversation at work, and the
That's
human said that he
crazy.
used to watch Toonami
Oh.
after school, and I was like, "You old." So I used
Yo!
to watch. My Toonami came on.
When adult
My
film?
Toonami came on with Adult Swim.
Yeah, it swapped from,
yeah, I
yeah.
told, because he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Toonami's coming on." I was like, "No, Toonami for me came on after Adult Swim." He's like, "No, it's supposed to be better."
I think-
Yeah.
I think Toonami started to bring over more more or less child friendly animes, and so I think
Yeah,
that's probably
Yeah.
why it pushed Adult Swim. But I think also because Cartoon Network also wanted to show more cartoons.
yeah,
as
because
well.
the Maguzi,
After
the
school used to be
Maguzi
totally
block.
spies time for me.
Yeah, the Maguzi.
Yeah, see, she was the
Oh my
Maguzi,
god, I
yeah.
remember
Yeah, the
Totally
Maguzi.
Spies.
Yeah.
Maguzi took over, but
You
Maguzi,
know,
Maguzi
Maguzi used to
Spies
still.
Tony
Yoko,
making
yeah.
that.
I used to
Yeah,
come. I used to
yeah.
watch that. Toonami used to come on
Vicky,
Saturday.
Vicky,
But then-
you heard that Totally Spies is coming on for remake?
Oh no, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
I,
They
But let me
are.
tell you more.
Ah.
Yeah. But wasn't Maguzi the one that had like the movie block?
No, Maguzi was totally spies, Code Lyoko.
No, but it was like
TMA.
Yeah.
but Cartoon
nothing
Network
else.
had like at 8 always they had like a movie block of different
Around
movies.
8 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, so they had a lot of anime movies as
Oh,
Vic
they
said, but,
did?
like,
Because like
Yeah,
after
they
the
had-
movie
they had
block,
all of
after the
Miyazaki
movie block,
films.
it used to bleed into Adult Swim because I think Adult
Right,
Swim used to start like
exactly.
9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, they had like all of Miyazaki films, and then sometimes they'd have like the Land Before Time
Oh, okay.
films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
American, I forget the American with Fido. It was the
Oh,
mouse.
good
I used to
memories.
watch
Yeah.
Land Beyond Time on Sundays
Yeah.
because that used to come on like late at night.
You look
on
at
Yeah.
that.
Saturday
Person
night.
would watch that.
I
What the
love.
hell was that?
Bro, listen, Littlefoot.
Not Before Time was so good.
He
I'm
looked like-
sorry.
He looked like Littlefoot.
He look like a little boy. He does. He has to look. But back to Toonami. I don't know
That's
why.
when I
this-
first watched One Piece. You gotta have the
Toonami?
One Piece rap.
Oh, that's true.
One Piece rap.
That's true. That was, I ain't gonna lie.
That was so hype when I was a kid.
It
I was
was
like, oh,
so
this
funny.
rap is so amazing.
The funny,
Yes.
it was.
That was when Toonami.
Listen, I don't care what nobody say, right? Before we was into it, because we wasn't really that deep into looking on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. The YouTube era of watching anime, like before when they're saying, "Oh, well, the anime." is
Because like
over
the
there."
YouTube
We had-
era came
we
when
had-
it came
we
with
had
like
a dub
Naruto.
Was Bleach and Naruto.
We had our dubs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Bleach,
they
the
had
Bleach,
dubs.
and,
Some
Bleach and
anime I was
Naruto
watching.
started the YouTube
Yeah.
era.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, that One Piece rap used to rap that, man. That was, listen, I don't care what nobody said. I don't care how y'all feel about that now.
Yeah, I don't care how y'all
used-
feel about it
we
now,
used
but
to
when I
rap
come
that.
on-
That was
Yeah,
when I
getting
come on
around.
now, I still
Ain't
rapping
nothing wrong
now.
with rap.
That
There's
was
nothing
getting-
wrong with rap.
That was
And
getting
let's
rap.
not forget the
You know,
Sailor
no, no,
Moon intro as well, the English Sailor Moon intro.
Fighting
Needed by
moonlight.
Hey,
Some
the
love
vibe. I know
finding
it,
light.
Never
Never
done it from a real fight. Cause
She
he's
is
the
the
one named Sailor Moon.
She don't
He
know
is
about
the
this.
one
No.
named
Vicky don't know about
Vicky ain't Colton, man. Vicky ain't Colton.
this. Siobhan, you remember Rock the Dragon?
What you mean? What you mean? But
Dragon Ball
Ball
Z.
Z.
Dragon.
Rock the Dragon, Dragon Ball Z.
I remember
is
that one, but I
Toonami.
refuse to sing that one.
That is
That was hard.
Toonami. You
That
can
was hard.
listen. Toonami used to come on exactly 3:00.
Yes.
You literally you had to get home. I had the privilege of being like across the street from my primary school at the time.
Lucky.
So when I playing,
Lucky.
Very lucky.
I was in that funny that you all there.
Wait,
Alright,
listen.
let's go. Let's go with Dragon Ball Z time. You can
I was so happy that they moved Dragon Ball Z down to 4 o'clock. I was like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
I
they
can finally
did.
come and catch it.
I don't lie, one of my fondest memories though watching Tommy was when they introduced Dragon Ball and I like a whole marathon. I just
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
just sitting in front of the TV, just eating lasagna, just watching Dragon Ball straight through.
But like you remember, they
question.
used to do like a New Year's thing. I can't remember. Was it New Year's that they used to do it?
What's that? With what?
They used to Toonami used to do a New Year's thing where they used to like from was it from 12 that they used to like just do anime in the like from midnight so on. Or was that
Like
the
in a
later
midnight run?
Toonami days?
We're taking a midnight run.
Yeah,
That
I
was
remember
when
that.
they used to
Oh.
re-air the
You
the
remember,
4 o'clock
was
one
it?
at
Oh
midnight.
yeah.
Was it April Fool's Day that they did that? Like you remember April Fool's when
That
like
was,
Toonami came back, they had
yeah.
Astro Boy and Bagel.
Yeah,
And then
you're
they
like,
had
this
all
is the
OGs,
best April
Dragon
Fool's
Ball, they had
ever.
everything made.
Yeah,
And
they did.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that night vividly.
Because you remember, because Adult
Yes.
Swim always used to put on the
Yeah.
room. They used to
Yeah.
put on the room.
This was a Saturday. I remember I was inside my
Yes.
living room, and I just had it on Cartoon Network. I think I was playing game, and then I see the Toonami coming. I was like, hold on a second.
I know, right?
And
I
I
was like, what?
remember going on Facebook, and it was like, let's Toonami back me. It
Yeah,
back.
everyone
Yeah,
lost
somebody
their
was like,
shit.
wait,
that
Toonami
day.
is back.
Everyone was
Like,
freaking out me.
But it's like, wait, is that Tom? Like, oh my god, it
And
is Tom.
I stayed up and I watched
I
all
watched
of
the
it
whole
until it
thing,
was
man.
over.
that
Whole
was-
day.
that was-
Astro Boy,
that was
Big
legit.
O. I was like,
That
what?
was legit.
Wait.
I remember too when like the OG Tom, like it was like
Yeah,
something that
man.
happened on the ship. It was a
Yeah.
whole
Intruder.
It's right there. Intruder. There's a whole sequence, and then OG Tom
Yeah, there
gets
was a-
turned into the one he is
You
now.
know they bringing that back, right? They doing something for that right
They
now.
bring in another Tom series and
Well,
Yeah.
we don't know, but the old Absolution ship,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
it pull up on where Tom and Sarah is right now at the
Oh,
fort,
uh-huh.
and they showed one of the OG Toms inside it. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Like
It was a
it's
whole
just
thing. Like they really used to put a lot into Toonami. I remember being sad when
Yeah.
the OT Tom died, and then the new
Yeah.
Tom got rebirthed. There's like a whole like it's an intruder inside. That's like he's running like idiot.
Yeah.
Watch,
man.
Here's
watch
the
it,
thing.
watch it now. We watched it last week at work.
What,
We-
Toonami?
Yeah, no, the
The
scene,
intruder?
the intruder
The
thing.
Tom
when
intruder
Tom
thing? Oh,
died.
you did?
Yeah, we watched it last week at work.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, CGI really wasn't the best.
No,
back
it wasn't.
then.
It wasn't the
But
best,
when I put
but
It
on,
looked
was-
it looked good then,
Yeah,
but like when
like,
you
yeah,
see it
like,
now,
when
it's
it-
like,
it
whoa.
It was
Yeah.
good for
Yeah.
its time.
Yeah, it was
good
good
for
for
its
its time.
time.
It was good
Yeah.
for its time. But Toonami. It's just amazing that Toonami has lasted 25 years though. Like it's
Yeah.
Right?
really like
It laughed and then it came back.
yeah, it left.
Yeah, because like it
That's the thing.
showed that even like they
Yeah.
tried to get like get rid. They say, okay, Toonami, it's time for you to like cast your ship and go away. But Toonami's like, nah.
Like nah, we back again. No, OG Toonami.
Did they add geez, a lot. They had the full Dragon Ball series
To
on
Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll. Did they, as Toonami turned 25, or did it do?
That was
did they do it the
before.
day
That was
before?
before, that was
Okay,
before. But
I
yeah,
was,
so
I
that's
was
another
wondering
piece
if
of
they.
news.
I was
Yeah.
wondering if they did it. They
Dragon Ball.
Wait, I need to
Dragon
watch
Ball-
the Cell Saga
Dragon Ball
again.
fans can watch all of the series, even up to GT, to where you can see the Grand Tour. Which is
Step
all-
into the
which-
Grand Tour, Dragon Ball GT.
Oh my
Step into the
God.
Grand Tour.
I still remember, like, you know, like, I know
Vicky
Vicky might not, but like you guys remember the tape.
I used to know that verbatim, Dread.
Yeah,
That was
man.
No, listen, guys, let me tell you, like, I can show my age right now. So like,
Oh,
there was a store in Townsend Mall that sold the
I know
the
exactly what you're
tapes.
talking
You already
about.
lost
I
me.
know
That
exactly
that
what you're
sold
talking
the
about.
the
It's
Dragon
one,
Ball
one of
Z
them,
tapes.
one of them, like them stores, like in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
And they used to have like the DVDs. The
Uh-huh.
DVD, I call them DVDs.
They're not
they had-
DVDs. They're
they-
tapes. They're
they-
cassette.
they-
Not
they
cassette
burned them.
tapes.
They
You mean
used
the
to burn them.
VHS tapes?
Yeah,
No, they had-
VHS tapes.
Well, yeah, they had VHS and DVDs after a while, but
Oh, okay.
my dad used to buy them for me all the time.
Because I remember I used to drag my
Alright.
daddy to Townsend Mall almost every week.
Yeah, same.
And I said, like, I said, I've been good. Can
I
I
had
get a
all
new
the
Dragon Ball
DVD
Z
movies.
VHS, please?
I had
Or
all
like
of
when I
them,
heard,
all
like
of
when I
them,
heard,
dude.
like the new
All of it.
GT series
Alright.
came out on VHS, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh my god, I want to watch it. I had them
got-
with VHS.
I got my GT VHS from Die Hard Game Club. 'Cause
Jesus,
they used to
wow,
sell-
that's-
they used
oh
to
my
sell them.
God, Die Hard.
Bro. Oh
They used
my
to sell
God.
them.
Oh
my
my
dad
god.
used to give me them too.
That was
But
crazy.
then, like,
That was
Die Hard
crazy.
started to increase their
happened with-
prices. I was like, Die Hard,
Started.
I can't shop
Started
with
to
you
increase.
anymore.
I think they
Yeah.
came out the gate being
Remember that
increased.
conversation we had at Fusion
wasn't
on
bad.
Thursday?
Which one?
You remember when we were hopping in the car and then I said there are two types of nerds. You got those ones and then you
Oh.
have the cool ones.
Nigga, I am cool.
Okay,
Wow, look at Vicky.
I am
Look at
cool.
Vicky shaming.
I showed you.
You never owned an anime DVD, Vicky?
No, I used to borrow it and then give it back. I never officially owned it.
I mean, I shouldn't ask
That's
if you own the
tragic.
VHS. You're too young for VHS.
I actually do know about VHS.
I take that.
I own
Ah,
some
take
Full
that.
Metal Alchemist DVDs, but
Ah,
it was
good.
the old one though, the 2003 one.
Man, you remember on Bluebird Illusion?
Yeah.
I don't.
I remember
remember.
I scoured the internet for the Chinese, and I actually played it. I actually played Bluebird's Illusion.
Nice.
Nice. But yes, that has been the history of Toonami. Hopefully, they give us 25 more years. But salute to Toonami.
Definitely.
Salute to
They going
Toonami.
more than strong.
Yeah,
man.
man.
They showed all the relevant anime.
Yeah,
We owe them a lot.
I'm not
and they
watching
thank
it
you.
now.
Anime now.
but,
They are?
like,
Huh?
They produce an anime now.
Who's watching it now?
Toonami?
Yeah.
I mean, it still comes on.
I know it still
live.
comes on, but I want to know who's watching
I mean,
it
I don't
now.
know.
I
I
guess
don't know
people
how
watch
well
dubs.
it does. Because it's like,
Because kids nowadays don't really watch TV or
Yeah.
what they're doing on YouTube.
yeah. But I mean, what did you now? What you said just now, April, is a great segue into one of our topics, which should be subs versus dubs. And the reason I wanted to bring this discussion
I like both.
to the pod, I don't mind either.
Because
Right? But I just have a preference. But the reason I brought it is like, there's a lot of conversation that happened over the weekend. And it's like, no, it really was. There's a lot of conversation that happened over the weekend that even spanned more than just Like I saw something recently where I don't know if you guys know Zeno. Zeno is like the English voice actor for Hawks on My Hero Academia. But anyway, he was just saying, go watch the Jujutsu Kaisen movie in dub. obviously I understand why he's saying it because he's an English
Because
voice.
he's voicing.
Yeah.
He's voicing someone in there.
No, I don't think he was in it, but he's an English voice actor, so he's supporting
Yeah.
Oh, one of
other,
support.
other English voice actors, and
Okay.
everyone's giving. And of course, people's giving like we're not watching it dub. So I was like, and it's just like, yo, it's fine. You can watch it in both if you want to. You can watch it more than once. It's like I'm not telling you to go just watch dub, but there of course an opera. And then of course, and that's another thing. Not everyone who watches subs, like watching subs, does not automatically make you an elitist. There's a preference.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
It's a preference. It's a
Yes.
preference.
Vicky,
Yes, I have
Vicky.
seen
And
this
this is
argument.
preference.
I have seen
And
this
this is-
argument multiple times,
But this is
and
why-
everybody that I see
this is
watch
why-
subs who's arguing with the people who are dubs are always like the elitist characters.
And this is why I want.
I
This is why I wanted to bring this to board. But this is why I want to bring it
my
forward
2 cents
because
opposite one
I
of it,
feel
yeah.
like there's a lot of nuance in that is missing. It ain't simply just because like, oh my god, dubs, it's bad,
And that's
oh,
how
wait,
all,
wait,
that's how
wait,
all of
wait.
their
But that's what I'm trying.
That's how it has come
That's
across.
fine.
Yes.
And then
Come
But
across.
it-
That's how
but-
wait, and it's
So,
not, and it's also.
I can explain.
And
what
it's
I get
also
to
not.
tell.
Oh my god, Japanese voice is so pure. I'm just an elite weeble. Like, no, it's not always that. No, it's like that. Here's the difference, right? Here's the thing. When we were growing up, the most we had, the accessibility we had, well, anime was on
dubs.
TV. Right, it was
With
on dubs.
dubs,
So
yeah.
of course we watched it in dubs because that was our accessibility. We didn't know about trying to find episodes that were already all the way ahead.
And you
We
would
didn't know
give
what
them that argument,
Yeah,
and they still would tell you, no, go watch subs.
I mean, those people, yes, it is. But what I'm trying to say is like watching subs doesn't automatically make you that because, like I said, I'm saying is that there's nuance to it. So as we progressed and like we discovered, anime goes further in here because like we'll always say we'll watch Naruto in dub, Bleach in dub, Dragon Ball Z, yada yada. Usually the ones we grew up watching dub. For me personally, why I lean more to subs is because you would have if I waited for dubs, especially back then, either you would have to wait forever for it to get dubbed, or the anime just never gets dubbed.
Months.
That's how I ended up watching subs. I
Right,
was watching
exactly.
Naruto, and I got a certain point. I said, oh shoot.
Yeah.
I got no more
That's nothing.
episodes, and I had to like, okay, well, I gotta switch to subs.
Me too.
then.
That's when I really started learning like what anime, more about anime. Is like, oh, okay, and then there was like, what? Just the episodes ahead. So it's like
Yu-Gi-Oh!
so it's either-
I don't know.
So you had
Yeah.
to go either not watching an anime because if you just wanted to watch in dub because it never gets dubbed, or just being so far behind, and because like
Yeah,
like
we used to be
usually-
out there watching
Yeah.
fan subs.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh
and then,
man,
like,
fan
people-
subs were
That's the
amazing.
good old
the
days.
good really was. It
Oh,
really was.
man.
Like they actually put effort into their
Yup.
subbing, like
Yup.
their
Yup.
subs had
Yup.
animations too.
Yup.
Yep.
color patterns and everything.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's good. Good.
Crunchyroll needs to get on that level.
It should.
They
It
their
should,
subs
it should make it
boring.
more interesting. But continuing on too. So it's like now that how we.
subscribe. You don't pay no bills. You
But
got
I
no
ain't see-
say.
but I
That's a
ain't
good
see-
point.
but
That's
I
a good point. You got
I
no
ain't-
say,
I
bro.
ain't see
You
what
have
it-
no
If you don't
say,
sit back and watch your
bro.
pirating,
Why you worry
They-
about how they
they-
pirated your
he's-
anime?
He's a bunch of
Um,
salty.
Y'all
We
worry
ain't being
about
salty.
that.
You don't pay no bills. You
Thank
have
you.
no
Just
no
support-
say in the
just
matter.
support
You don't
Crunchyroll.
you don't help turn
Salty.
Crunchyroll lights on.
Salty.
Look at you giving input. But anyway,
Crunchyroll got all the money in the world right now.
so you
And
still
they,
ain't
got,
supporting
and, they,
nigga.
and they still ain't on the level of the
That's
old
like
fans of-
that's like you not voting, but you want input. Like nigga, go in the corner. Go in the corner. But no, yeah. So like, especially like for us now, we watch like anime seasonal. Like we don't always keep up, but we watch the newest stuff. So like a lot of times, if we trying to watch the newest stuff, we'd have to wait forever to hope that this gets dubbed, or it's
Yeah.
like we'd be far behind.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm trying to say. Like there's nuance in that. So we just over time it just became a preference. So it's like, and then this is not. I'm saying this too. It's like not all dubs are bad.
That's not entirely the case
Yeah.
for me though.
I'm gonna
Right.
tell
For
you.
me, that's the
when
thing.
you're
That's
done,
the
I'm
case.
gonna tell you
I
what
watch-
I'm not
made
going
me-
on.
Like
Because
for me personally,
before you
Yeah.
go, because even with me, like on Netflix, I
Mhm.
watched Seven Deadly Sins and Maggie end up. I thought it was fine.
yeah.
I did it because it was there. Like honestly, if like something on Netflix, and that's another thing, right? A lot of accessibility now for a lot of people for anime comes through Netflix. So of course, like most times they lean towards dub if they could help it, or a different time. But if it's in dub and I could feel like it's on Netflix and it's in dub and I like the English, well, okay, I watch it because some people generally just don't have the time to just simply sit in front of their TV or computer the entire time
Yeah.
and just watch to be able to read the stuff. They need to be
And
able.
that's when I
to
watch
hear.
dub.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When I'm doing work and I
Yeah,
want
that's
to
what I'm
watch
saying.
anime, I just put on, whatever,
Yeah.
and watch it dub.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I just want to say there's more nuance to this conversation than a lot of people try to bring in. It's not simply like, oh my god, dub, bad, evil, the purest way to experience anime is in subs. How dare you let your ears bleed by listening to your native tongue. It's not that. It's not that. Go on, what's your input?
So, this is, my point is on two fronts. So I can look at it from back in the day, like what Javon was talking about, all we know is anime on TV and whatnot. One of the reasons why I switched to sub, and I use Yu-Gi-Oh as a perfect example of this.
Matt, come on! I was about to. I want to. I was going to use
the Yu-Gi-Oh dub
Yu-Gi-Oh
and
made
the
me
Yu-Gi-Oh
switch.
sub are like night and day.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is that what
I
dub
agree with
used to
that.
do back in the day, like certain
That's another aspect. You're right. Yeah, you're right. That's
they also changed the dialogue, so you're not like the Yu-Gi-Oh we grew up watching wasn't actually like the real thing.
Yeah.
So that was like the first reason why I switched
Yu-Gi-Oh is a good
switched to sub. The second reason, and this is the reason what I use nowadays, is because I like what I'm about to say. I ain't trying to discredit any English dub voice actors. Like they
I don't know what to say,
good. But
I think I want to agree with them to an extent.
Japanese voice actors, they like next level. They put that extra effort into their roles.
Yeah.
So for example, certain anime where when I hear a certain character in English, it just don't sound right to me because they don't match that same type of intensity, that same fire that you would get from the Japanese voice actor. And is that reason as to why I would watch sub over dub?
I saw that with Boku no Hero today. I watched. It was
that's another thing. When we watched
that's a good.
It was
a good
season
example.
maybe 3 or 4. Because I watched
I have a
Boku no.
question. I have to jump in your pod.
Yeah, man, go ahead. Because you wanted to prepare this. Because you made a lot. You made some comments too that I didn't want to directly address, but you made some comments too. But yeah, what's your input? Let me hear. Go ahead.
If the Japanese voice so good, why the sub elitists don't take the time to learn Japanese? So they ain't gotta read no stuff.
Because I can read though.
So they ain't gotta read no stuff. It don't ever be, I can learn how to speak Japanese.
I mean,
so I can watch it in Japanese.
I would say now.
You won't go halfway, leaders.
That's a good point.
Go for leaders.
Exactly, go for
Duolingo.
See, that's
free.
But that's what I'm saying now. Like people like that,
Duolingo free.
Without a doubt, that's the lead behavior. If that's
however, Cal.
Please watch Attack on Titan.
Right.
You know what? Yes, he's watching Raw.
But see, that's because I don't know what's going to happen.
Omar's going a bit extreme. But I will say though, to that, I will say I'm doing that now because when I started Duolingo, it was between Spanish and Japanese. And then I was like, wait, Japanese make more sense because I'm already watching anime. So it's like I'll pick up on certain things too. Yeah. And so if I'm learning it and then hearing it constantly, it's like it makes sense. So I agree. I see what you're saying about that. But I don't want to do it just so I can watch anime with no subs and say, haha, I've mastered the language.
But if you do that, you gonna have. If you do that, you at least can have that like.
You're right.
I feel you.
I's the final boss. I's the final anime boss.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be able, because people say, dub or whatever. The sub translation still may be off. To what the slang is and stuff and what's
I was censored. But but like
I remembered when the Cage Club was still a thing.
Yeah.
The Cage Club was still a thing.
And
they started doing Japanese lessons.
They did.
And then the Cage Club fell. And so did the Japanese lessons.
I always that's the segue for a second. I always try to picture like what would the community be here today, like if the kid never failed.
Cage was still there.
Yeah.
I always wondered like what would it be like if
toxic.
Toxic, you think?
I can't even.
We had the cage. Okay.
I can't even.
They
had a Facebook. They had a Facebook group. Me and Omar were in the Facebook group. There was also another version of a WhatsApp group. And no,
I was in the WhatsApp. I was in the WhatsApp.
I don't think I was ever of the cage, like social groups, but like I was always in the cage.
I was in the WhatsApp group with a lot of the guys from the cage, and that's why I said I can't even fight that. You're right. It kind of would be toxic. I won't even lie to you. I won't even lie. It's true. It's true.
I mean, given like how things are now, it probably would have developed into some toxicity.
But
and master gatekeeping. Oh, I can see it all now.
I used to remember the early Cage Club days. The early Cage Club days were good.
If you've never watched this obscure anime before,
they have like a whole checklist, and if you don't watch, like they have like a question they'd riddle off. If you don't answer correctly, they already have. They already go. If you don't know, fine. And if you're okay, you know what? Let's put it to the test. And they have like a whole checklist.
What did Goku say to Frieza in episode this at this exact mark in the episode? We know. But the spin off of what Omar said a bit too, like that's another thing. Like the censorship with dub was kind of like very outrageous back then. Like One Piece, 4Kids. Like we talked about 4Kids. We touched on that. Like 4Kids was like the biggest.
Because again, like as Omar said, Yu-Gi-Oh also was the reason what pushed me over to sub more. Mm-hmm. And which why sub is a preference because like there's so many things that are so lost in translation and culture.
Yeah.
Wise too, especially some dub voice actors like after you could hear that they're pronouncing some names wrong and then they're never because that's a direct as a director probably you should have corrected them on those things. Not all animes are like that.
No.
Because I don't watch dubs like that. I don't really watch. I can't say now how dubs are now. Because I don't really watch dubs are.
I would definitely say
now.
Dubs now got
they
much
got better
because back then I used to feel like some dub they used to try too hard.
Because I think now anime is mainstream now, so
I don't even think it's that. I just think they just honestly got a lot better at their craft. It becomes more accessible, and you have people like who generally want to be voice actors.
I don't know how I feel I feel like you had Boku no Heroes dub though. That one clip I saw today,
it's
not it.
With Boku no Hero, I would definitely say the one I don't like Shigaraki's voice at all. Like at all, I know who they got from him. I just don't like.
It don't match the idea that I have with that character.
You see?
That's what it is.
See what I say?
And that's a genuine thing.
I just want to ask. Sorry, guys.
No, go ahead.
This is Nan and Danny.
I know. That's why we having this conversation. Go ahead.
So, why would you gatekeep with sub and dub, right? To say, they saying the names wrong and what's not. What about the people?
I'm not gatekeeping it. Like you can watch
not you, but
want.
I mean, just why they do this. What about the people who only start with dub? Any anime they watch, they go straight to dub.
I mean, like how I see it, like you can't right now you can't say especially us, the old guard, like I use OGs or whatever, I guess. Like you can't we are definitely not the ones who should say, oh well, because we almost every anime fan I think starts with dub.
It
has to because I believe it has to. I believe everyone has to start with dub at some point. Even the new, probably I don't know about the new ones, the new generation.
They watching dub. My nephews watch dub.
Listen to me. When I first heard the Japanese Goku.
Listen, that's one sub that I hated.
I couldn't.
I'm happy you said that
because I can't watch Dragon Ball Z.
I used to agree, but
I can't watch Dragon Ball Z sub.
It grew on me.
No, you tripping.
Goku sound like a woman.
You tripping.
Goku is voiced by the woman.
She is 80. She's in her 80s.
Yeah.
And she's still
she's still voice acting in her 80s.
She's still voicing Goku.
And Goku need to sound. Goku need to sound a little dumb.
Yeah. No, but I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, Goku's voice should have been deeper, but still, props to the 80-year-old.
But another argument to that too, like a lot of people try to say is like, oh, but you don't even, it's not your native tongue. You don't even know if they're even doing a good job or not. You did that. But my thing is that too is like, no, I agree. There are Japanese voice actors who don't do a good, you can tell. And I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Like, the DBZ,
especially when they try to speak English.
And even just to be
that's
more,
a meme though.
It is a meme.
It is, especially for the Korean. But to be more recent, even to be more recent,
Black Clover.
That's see screaming. You. There you go. You reading my mind.
Black Clover. Yes.
Asta was far better.
Alone turned so many people off from Black Clover
to the point that he had to actually tone it down as the series went on. Yeah. So it did. So that's also a mute argument that you don't even know. We can tell when Japanese voice actors are good too. I don't want y'all. I don't want y'all to think, but like Vicky was saying, like there are instances where characters just don't match the voice that you gave them. Yeah. So it's like even with to an extent Bakugo, going back to My Hero, it's like he doesn't feel as intense as he does in the Japanese. Not to say like that's going to stop you or ruin your viewership of the anime. It's just that there's a difference. So like I'm used to something. It's like when I hear it different, it's like
Yeah.
But even with Yu-Gi-Oh too, like I understand the dub part. I didn't know like how the severity of the changes between the original. But
I've only ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
I know
sub,
with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sorry, in dub, so I don't know how the sub is.
With Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and this is another instance of what they do. Because I've watched that in dub, but I never knew that Yu-Gi-Oh! GX actually had more seasons to it. Yeah. Until later, because
Generation
X. Game on, come on, you gotta get your cards right. Game on, yeah.
But I didn't like GX this much.
No, but GX, because the season actually. The other seasons got darker.
Yeah, they did.
They got darker, so they didn't want to bring it over. Because of how dark it got, so they never actually finished it. So that's another aspect of why sometimes people switch it up.
Pokemon, they cut so many Pokemon
and they censor that too. That pissed me off.
So it's like and then you have Sanji sucking a lollipop and not the cigarette. So it's a little thing. So that's why I said
because, we can't have the children see them smoking. So it's like, and then of course the bear turned into orange juice. Everyone's drinking orange juice.
Nowadays it's free for all.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, you're right. Especially because toonami is on Adult Swim now, so they can do that. But but that's why I wanted to say, like, there's more nuance to the conversation than a lot of people have tried to have. Of course, you do have. I won't even lie to say that dark the elitists of who's like the sub purists. I won't try to lie you to that, but it's not simply the fact that people who watch sub just automatically elitist.
I am not.
There's like nuances to why people prefer sub or dub or dub.
Why you can never call me that, because to this day I always tell you all that there's certain anime.
So I can't go on Twitter right now, type in sub in your ad name and find some type of conversation with you being an elitist.
I mean, there's some clips now on here. There's some clips now on the show.
Get him. I will tell you right now. In my opinion, most subs better than dubs. However, there are certain anime that I refuse to watch in sub. And I done tell you all about this anime already. Baccano, this is the greatest anime to watch in dub. Like, they is nailed.
I think it was on Funimation. I think
perfectly.
It probably was.
That 1920, 1930 New York accent, bruh.
Yeah.
I think they tried.
They
tried to do that with Fury and Ice as well. They tried to do it, but like I sit there and as soon as I heard Victor's voice, I'm like,
sometimes they can't do it with sense, but Baccano,
I know
perfect.
Fury and Ice did not do it with sense because my God,
perfect.
I would also be wrong with me to try and discredit a lot of
Victor this cheap Russian accent. Like, what the fuck?
Like the period pieces that set outside Japan. Those type of dubs is the ones that I would actually watch in English, because I want to see if they could actually nail the accents, the sound of people who are actually from these countries.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Yeah.
Like when they do it right, like it's great.
When it's done right, perfect.
Yeah. It would be wrong of me to try and discredit a lot of the legendary voice actors that we have. Like,
of course.
Like Johnny Young Bosch, for example. Like he does a really great job.
Chris Sabat.
Right.
Yeah, Chris.
I remember listening to the Demon Slayer dub, and Johnny Young Bosch was the only person that I could tolerate.
He was Gyu, right?
He voiced Gyu. Like he was the only person that I was like, all right, this sounds fine.
Yuri
like,
Lowenthal, I love him.
Watch Boku no Hero, but like
he
I watched Boku no Hero dub, but like dude who played Vegeta played All Might.
All Might, yeah, that's
Chris Sabat.
Yeah, Crystal
It's
Ball's
not so
really
bad.
good.
And like, you ever watch the
Honestly, a lot of Dragon Balls.
Was it the blooper reels? They have blooper reels for dubs.
You don't miss. Chris has never missed.
And homeboy said, "I'm a little bunny hopping in the forest."
Full Metal Alchemist dub too isn't bad.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist dub is a very good dub.
Yeah,
at all. They do great. So like there are dubs. They're definitely.
Oh God, I can remember too. Who plays Ed?
Who voiced Lelouch?
He's another favorite English voice actor.
Was that Johnny as well?
I think it was Johnny.
Who does Ed?
No, Lelouch from Code Geass. I think it was Johnny.
Light had a great dub voice actor too.
Yeah, so see there's like it's a lot of great dubs. Like I don't want people to think they're great dubs.
Me too.
I watched that in dub.
I never watched Death Note in sub.
I think I watched it.
I watched it while I was doing work, so it had to be dub.
Okay. Oh, and before we come off this topic too, it's like I do think a lot of people.
Yeah, it is.
I do think a lot of people watch dub.
It was Johnny.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I do think a lot of people watch dub today only because I think a lot of people watch anime through Netflix more so than they go to Crunchyroll. So I do think there's a lot of dub watchers, personally. So if I would honestly believe that, without a doubt.
Because everyone I believe everyone will start with a dub.
Me too. I believe the same. Yeah. All right, so guys.
It's time for that dark hour.
Yeah. We
I just want give me 1 second to talk about 86. Okay, guys, if you have not watched 86, watch it. Okay, just watch it. Okay.
This is
86 was gone for like 2 months, and they came back with 2 masterpiece episodes. Just saying. Boom. Okay, now we get to the top.
Yeah, she ain't lie. I cried in the last episode.
Yeah, all y'all cried. No, I saw everyone who watches.
I don't cry for everything. I do not cry for everything anymore.
Bruh,
that was like.
Vicky call you a panty.
I don't care, man. Like, I think my most vulnerable moment as a crier was with season 1 of Boku no Hero. I cry.
I don't even.
During every episode.
I can't make
every season 1 I cry every episode.
I can't.
A bucket of season 1?
Yes.
Was it the happiness to see it animated, or
I don't know.
what was
Wait,
it?
I can't explain it.
Okay, so
I can't explain it. Sorry, what were you crying
Okay, wait.
I can't explain it.
That's wait. Take pause for a second before you get it. I will make fun of him for that because I remember I read it, Boku no Hero, before it got animated. I started reading it, right? So in the manga, this scene didn't really hit me like it did in the anime. I won't even lie.
That he could be a hero.
Yeah,
too.
I won't even lie. It did. It really. I don't know really what it was.
Lie and say you didn't.
It was honestly.
I did not feel anything.
I felt it, but I didn't cry.
Honestly, for me, speaking for me,
the only time Boku no Hero made me cry was when Aries smiled.
But
and I cried.
Every time I watched that scene, I was
happy, but I didn't
every time.
No, because
I'm surrounded by a bunch of soft serve ice cream.
No, because I don't know. Your heart is black and hard. I don't know
exactly.
But for me personally, like I put myself in that space of Deku, and I understood why he broke it down in that moment. Because no, not even just not the fact of being a hero, but being told that because something you've always wanted and to be the passionate about, just to have to know there's someone who is backing you and actually supporting you and encouraging you and letting you know that you can reach and achieve for something.
Yes.
Like that you've always wanted and knowing that's the only thing that you've ever wanted to hear of someone to say. And like so when he had that moment of like flashing back to his moments, like that's what I wanted to hear from you. That I can do it. Like that actually touched me. That touched me on a personal level. I understand like now everyone's gonna cry. But it honestly no, it did. And I didn't boo right, but it had a tear.
I was doing that.
Yeah, no, I didn't do all that. But I was very sad and teary-eyed because I felt that I understood him in that moment. It's like that's what he wanted.
Omar said he cried every episode.
I ain't crying every episode.
That first go beyond
that's Ricky. That's what I see.
That has me emotional, bro. Seeing all my go 100% for the first time.
And honestly, in that season 1, their timing
was so
for
much
the scores,
emotional.
The timing for the scores too.
Perfect.
It added to the season.
That touched my soul.
But it surprised me because, like I said, when I read it, when I read it, it didn't hit me inside. When I watched this, like, oh damn, it's like
I was in the airport watching that episode
like,
crying.
damn,
Yeah.
this is my voice in the airport.
Bro.
That's fine. But no, don't worry, Ma. I understand. Like, yeah, it did.
That's so funny.
That season, I didn't know I could emote like that. Man.
I didn't know.
That was a lot.
No. I had a few moments in My Hero, but that's my personally. That's why I like My Hero.
I had no moments in My Hero where I broke down crying.
Ricky, I know
Ricky,
the only moment so far with Boku no Hero had me crying was when Eri smiled.
I want to eat your pancreas got me, yeah, but no.
Your name didn't
when
get
did you watch?
Your name gets me every time. But Boku no Hero, y'all cried over that?
Bro, how did you not feel bad with the computer scene?
If you personally,
why how did you not feel when Eri smiled after years of not smiling?
They turned into a meme, he just.
If you personally don't feel anything, I mean, I'm not gonna. But
I ain't talking about that. I mean, when he pointed to the screen, looking back.
Yeah, it is like, can I?
That's what I mean.
But like I said, I understood him in that moment, so I understand why he broke down in that moment. It made sense to me.
That's why that season made Deku.
A crybaby.
My favorite shonen MC.
No, for me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Out of everyone.
That made my show.
I think season 2 made Deku
because
one.
I don't care what nobody says.
MCs.
I like when my shonen characters actually show emotion.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I like it
I don't
too.
care about all the jokes that I read.
Deku because he have a soul.
I like.
Because he have emotion.
After reading,
because he being human.
After
he is emoting. What is wrong? Wait, bro.
Oh, Mom, like you getting personal.
Right, because we need to get to the next segment. But I can just say this: after years of reading shonens of just the big brooding, manly man MC, to see someone character that
boring ass, one-dimensional ass Ichigo. I don't need characters like that.
Oh my, dropping names.
All right, calm down.
He's even a shout out to your Bleach fans.
Calm down. We relax on Ichigo. We ain't getting to that. But no, for real. Like to see a character that actually showed human emotion and you understand why. That's like I was afraid. I liked it. I liked it. For me, you can look at me all you want, but I liked it. That's not for you. Your heart is black. I understand. That's not your thing. But for me personally, I liked it. But no, let's get. All right, everybody, let's get to the next segment. So this is why we are here today.
Crying hentai
This is
doing.
where we are. This is why.
Dirty
I don't cry at hentai. No, I do not.
Amar, I hope you don't cry there.
I do not cry at no hentai.
He's watched NTR, so I'm very positive that he has cried once.
I don't cry at no NTR.
Like, I understand how y'all get catching over feelings over
I feel bad for the niggas sometimes. But
because I feel bad. I feel bad for the dude. I'd be like, die. Because usually
I'm mad y'all catch your feelings watching hentai.
This is NTR. This is a
April, you gotta empathize with people sometimes.
Okay,
April.
I still mad y'all catching feelings over.
So clearly, Omar, we've learning that
hentai is not the place.
Which is funny. That the females of the part are in tune with their emotions.
Exactly.
That's fine. Cool.
Exactly.
Right, so basically, before we move on and get to it, NTR in a nutshell is pretty much you have a guy who is madly in love with his girlfriend. They're in a relationship. Then you have the girlfriend who doesn't quite feel the same way about him and cheats on him religiously. And then you have, and then you basically have eventually the guy finds out, but the girl feels no remorse in cheating with the guy, so she keeps cheating with the guy, and so it's like
sometimes they make them watch too.
And I was just gonna say, it sometimes makes them watch, and usually the guy she's cheating on, and usually the girl, the guy he's cheating on gets off on taking other dudes' girls, so he doesn't care either. So it's like a big so it's just feel bad.
Slippery slope.
It's powerful that y'all guys catching feelings over hentai.
It's not just us. Like I was telling them earlier. Like I noticed, like a lot of people in the community.
Well, I'll be in my feelings right.
Don't like NTR because it's like we don't want to watch pretty much this whole this dude being demasculated or whatever you want to
call it. April, I desensitized it now, so I with you who asked me like I could watch this and
I'd be like,
but back in the day when I started watching NTRs, I used to be like, bro, he didn't deserve this.
No, for real, I ain't gonna lie. Like, no, for real, just usually the guy uses be like a really cool dude. Like, he loves her. He is good at that. It's like, no, not really, not all the time. Not all the time. It's just, it is really, she doesn't want to cheat.
Your gal's cold, you know.
That's really
I don't know. Like, I don't know if y'all forget that. Y'all just as bad as us.
Anyway. So I think it's equal.
That's fair.
I think it's just that we know how to move on quicker.
Stop it. That ain't what the part about right today.
Exactly.
Like,
I
we
need you to stop it.
Open
This ain't
what
what
the
the
part about. April, this ain't what the part about. April, this ain't what the part about, but I'm gonna need you to stop it. But anyway, so over the week, we decided to get 4 different hentais, each one recommended by each everyone on the pod, and we decided to dish them out randomly to have different members on the pod watch and then come back and review what they watched, and then of course guess who they think may have been the one that recommended that hentai. And so I will kick it off. I got what is it, Oni Chichi?
Yes.
I got Oni Chichi, everybody. Oni Chichi is the most typical and stereotypical hentai that you can possibly think of. If you pictured hentai, if you ever seen hentai, this is Oni Chichi. So pretty much, Oni Chichi starts off with you having the plot of the thing is you have these 2 girls, sisters, whose mom has remarried, and so now they have a stepfather. Obviously, yeah. If you watch hentai, you can clearly see where I'm going, right?
Carry on.
Yeah. So you can clearly see it. So obviously, right? All right. Obviously, you have a sister that is willing to give the stepfather a try, and of course, you have that one sister who is not with it at all and hates the stepfather's gut because why? He is not her father. Big shocker, right?
This anime so cultural.
It's very
culture.
It's so very stereotypical as to what you would picture an anime watcher to watch.
It's one of the original hentai.
But anyway, moving on, right?
Oh yes.
So the blonde sister hates the stepdad because it's not a father, and also think he's weird and a perv and smells.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. Because why? She is not incorrect. We are introduced to the father smelling panties out of the laundry, and who the panties belong to? Of course, you guessed it. One of the daughters. so she has every reason to be wary of this man and think he's a pervert because he is. He is. So as the plot of this episode continues, we're introduced again, like the guy, he is having sex with this random female. And not only is this weird incest anime, it is also a very pedo anime as well, because the sisters are still in high school.
I tried to navigate this.
Yeah. The sisters are still in high school, and of course the girl he's having sex with is very young as well. So there you go. I mean, big shocker right there in high school. Mind you, me younger in puberty, teenage me would have been all over this anime. Wigs, right? But now it's like all right, this is kind of awkward. This is kind of uncomfortable. But all right, we moving. We move still. So anyway, we get to the school finally.
You say finally.
Yeah, we got to the school. And lo and behold, the friend that the girl he was having sex with is none other than the blonde girl's best friend. Yes, the one that hates him. That's his best friend he's having sex with. Big shocker. And we learn that he works as a scientist. And for some odd reason, I just have to assume he does sex products or something. I don't know, because he is making an aphrodisiac. So now, if you're following me this far, you can probably guess where this is getting.
Y'all know where
it's
this
direction.
Sure.
But anyway, going back to the school, we find out her best friend was sleeping with her stepfather. Why? Plot twist comes. Guess what? The father works a part-time job as a lecturer. Where, you may ask? You guessed it. At the school that his stepdaughters attend. The irony of it all. Of course he does, right? So anyway, he meets up with them, yada yada. He is like, don't talk to me at school, blah blah blah, blase. And we learn that her friend is very weird. And by weird is she carries around a camera and records her every step of the way. So yes, they're in their room, they're chilling, and she is recording her, changing her clothes, and the girl is telling her to stop. This is weird. I don't understand why she didn't question more as to why are you carrying around a camera so randomly. But anyway, they do, of course, I don't know what girls do with sleepovers, so I don't know if this is an accurate depiction. But anyway, they do weird stuff in her room, and she's like, yeah, stop, and she's recording everything. So obviously she's like, delete it after you're done. I'm like, whatever, okay, delete it. You think she deleted it, but guess what we find out? The father has tapes of that same scene of them recording. So believe disbelieve. The girl is giving the father tapes, the stepdad tapes. It's like, oh, of course, here we go. So now we are finally getting to the meat of this episode. If you're following me so far, God help you. I appreciate your time, because this. I hope it is as uncomfortable as it was for me. But anyway, going on. Girl goes over.
It's like a typical hentai.
It's very typical. It's like I can tell you where this was going from miles away. I can tell you how this is probably.
I mean, because like this, like only she was like the building block of these plots.
Clearly, like, so yeah. If you have so apparently this is a very legendary hentai. So if you want anything to blame for all the incest that populates hentai, there you go. So the girl comes over now. They head home. The blonde girl heads home with her friend. Blah 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 blah. She's like, where's my sister? Where's mom? It's like, oh, they left. Of course, conveniently, it's just her. It's just her and the dad. It's like,
oh my God, Javon, you're making this so hilarious.
The stars are aligning. It's like, ha 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 ha. We know where this one is heading. Anyway, she's like, don't talk to us. Let's go up in my room. Bloom, bloom, bloom. So she goes to take a shower. So the dad, being the perv that he is, he's trying to open the door. It's like, frustrated. The door's closed. Because, yeah, because he's trying to peek at his daughter. His stepdaughter.
Oh my God, Javon, I should just let you recounter the plot of every hentai. I need to start recommending.
I can do it.
I
can do that.
I'm a weekly segment of
Oh, but of course,
time with your boy.
This has been your weekly hentai segment with Kuma on the Otaku podcast. But anyway, the dad has a very sweet and earnest personality in front of the other sister and of course her and I guess the mom. But behind the scene, he's a very perverted deviant and is very frustrated. It's like, how dare she talk to me like this? How dare, while of course jacking off to his daughter. Well, his stepdaughter. I gotta make sure his stepdaughter, not blood related. Still. Anyway, going on, she's taking a shower. He's trying to do so. He goes in the room to continue to watch the DVD that he shouldn't have, but he has anyway. She finally walks in. It's like, I knew it! I knew you were a perv! It's like, aha, I caught you red-handed. It's like, and she starts saying a bunch of stuff, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, well, your friend doesn't think so. What do you mean? She has a shocked expression. What do you mean? Just look down. She bends over and she looks on the side. There is her friend giving her stepdad fellatio.
Oh, yeah,
she is.
Doing like
the do. Yep. Listen, apparently it'd be like that. She's like, so she's shocked and horrified. It's like, get away from him. How could you do it? And she realizes like, oh wait, no, this is my choice. He didn't force me to do anything. Of course he didn't. He just randomly picked you up one day at the school because he works at the school as a teacher and a pedophile. And a sex offender. But that's besides the point.
Fun.
But anyway,
we need a clip.
So she tries to run away now. And of course, remember that aphrodisiac I mentioned earlier? Well, here he goes. He comes into effect. She sprays him, he sprays her with the aphrodisiac. And of course, now it takes effect. She feels all warm inside. It's like, things are happening. She's heated. It's like, aha, gotcha now. And long story short, you should know what happens from there. Yeah, sex with her.
It's a rape spree.
Yeah, no. He rapes her. Yeah, he rapes. He forces herself. Just like, and then the friend is, of course, the friend pops up with the camera.
Did he spray the friend too?
No, the friend is willingly having sex with him, and so basically he used the friend to record his stepdaughter so he can have material of his stepdaughter to jerk off with because she doesn't like him, so he can't get it any other way. So
movie,
all right. So she comes to record. It's like, and she's like, oh, it's okay. It's only gonna hurt for a second. You're gonna feel all right. It's like, trick. He is raping this. You know what? Whatever. Right? Anyway, whatever. Right? It's cool. Whatever. He rapes her. So she goes to school the next day, and what baffles me is the friend is talking.
All this happened in one episode.
All this happened in one episode. Yeah, I want you to know that. This happened in one episode. Vicky, you are asking the right questions. This happened in one episode. But anyway, they go to school after all this goes down. What baffles me is the friend is talking to her like nothing happened. Like you just talking to her. She got her head down on the desk, distraught the fact that her father just raped her and took her virginity.
Stepfather.
Well, it's very bad. Stepfather just raped her, took her virginity. And she just look over, it's like, don't talk to me, you traitor. It's like, and she looks for truth. It's like, why did you call me a traitor? It's like, what you mean? Like, you just set this girl up to, you know what, whatever. It's cool. So, of course, he pop up, he in the school now. It's like, you don't want, people here, that's this and that. So, obviously, it becomes a thing. It's like, well, did you do this to my sister? No, I haven't. Yeah, it's like, no, you need not to do this with my sister. Stay away from her. Blase, blase. So, they continue to have sex. And, of course, as all hentais go, she eventually, and you guessed it, falls in love with the stepdad. Shocker. Yes, people. After countless moments of having sex, she is like, nobody else can have sex with you. This is only meant for me. Like, you need not to have sex with my sister. And so now she gets possessive of the father, the stepfather, and likes him and only wants to have sex with him now. And that is how the first episode of Onichichi ends. I don't need to watch any more of this. I can already tell what is progressing.
10 out of 10.
She's clearly going to have sex with the sister as well.
Of course.
They're going to have a menage a trois.
Of course.
And there's going to be this one big happy family.
Yes.
I need not to see any more. I get it, the gist of it.
Yes.
And, of course, I feel Omar suggested this. Omar, you are a sick individual. You are too invested in the incest.
See right, Cam? They like to make fun of my island of origin, which is Long Island.
And this is why.
And you know people just be like, oh, Long Island is the incest island or whatever. So I say, you know what? Let me recommend this anime to you just for laughs.
And this is why.
But I like Onichichi though.
Clearly you do.
It's good. I like it.
Good. Yeah. The plot is so riveting. But I mean, okay, if I was to really just give it a review, it's like I guess I'll give it a 6.
Gotta rate the animation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's like I don't know. Now you got the gist. It's like I'd give it a 6. It was like it was a stereotypical hentai plot.
Yeah,
it's captivating.
It captivated.
It was. I will say this.
Did you feel drawn to any character?
Not a single one. You had the regular Sundari sister. You had the regular Mary Sue sister. Yeah. You had the regular best friend that's obviously sleeping with someone he knows, and it's the one it's very stereotypical.
The crazy
you have the stereotypical preferred father who is kind and sweet in stepfather who's kind and sweet in
you gotta make that distinct difference, Javon.
Listen,
the Japanese ain't that bad.
Yes, they are.
They gonna let the stepfather fuck you, but they gonna let your daddy fuck you, your actual daddy. They can do that.
May I bring to your attention one twisted anime?
Hold on.
One twisted hentai. Okay.
We don't need to talk about that.
All right.
All right. Do you want to save Omar for last?
All right.
I won't go there.
I just like to throw this in there.
Going.
How everybody had that little to do with the guy who wrote Octage, and then you guys watching this. That's all I have to say.
That's what I say.
That's all I have to say.
I wanted to answer Cam, right?
He approached a high school girl.
This is my thing, right?
He tried to make his wife
if I was still 11 and 12, I'd have been all over this hentai. Now that I am older, this is too weird for me. I can't do incest.
Once you get past season 1, everything is cake, baby. The rest is cake.
There was too much.
Season 1?
There was
This got a lot.
There was incest.
And they have like a spin-off.
Yeah, they got a spin-off too.
I don't need to know. Yeah. There was incest, there was pedophilia, and there was rape. It's like, that's a little too much all in one episode. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. But I mean, like I said, I give it a 6. Animation is like, all right. For its time, I guess it's good. Plot was meh. Too obvious. Characters were meh. It's like, all right, cool. I seen this before. There you go. So, Oni Chi-Chis, if you into that kind of stuff, and you want to know what started, I guess, that whole genre, go check out Oni Chi-Chi. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not going back to that. But yeah, I'll take it away.
Anyway,
I'm
not going anywhere.
Want me to go and then
I go into as much detail as Javon because I tried my hardest to block this anime this hentai from my mind.
I gotta break it down.
What I was recommended to watch was this little number called I Say Tenshi Love Mary, and long story short, it's a magical girl anime.
Ooh.
Now, when you think of magical girl anime, you think of like wholesome shit.
I like where this.
You have these cute little girls doing cute things, fighting these childish looking monsters with their magic powers and shit. So I started this episode, and I just was like, okay, let me see how this could go. You have these two main characters. I think one got pink hair, and then the other one, like, this was like a flat-chested character.
Why do all magical girls have pink hair?
I don't know, but this is like a flat-chested guy. So I just say, oh, this is probably like a best friend or whatever, whatnot, yada yada yada. I was watching this at work, by the way. I don't know why I did that, but
that just made this even spicy.
Yeah.
What?
So
yo, that's crazy.
So next thing I know, they talking to each other. They talking about, oh, we gotta stop the demon lord or whatever. He about to resurrect and whatnot. And then the demon lord has like this like right hand woman alien monster looking thing or whatever, and she was just like, oh, you're falling into my trap now. I'm about to brain control you. The main character, they got brain control basically, and she got transformed into like the sex slave of the demon lord. So then she started to get fucked by the demon lord in front of her friend or whatever, and then the right hand woman monster thing of the demon lord's like, oh, you think you just sitting there to watch? No, you getting fucked too. So it turns out that the friend was a boy, because I just was like, is this a girl or a boy? I can't tell. What? And it wasn't until they had a flashback, and it turns out that this girl and her friends, they is turned into the magical girls, and one of their friends is a boy, and it was this boy who was getting fucked by the tentacles in his ass, and I just was like, why am I watching this? Who recommended this to me? So, long story short, the plot of this anime was this girl slowly swinging her friends into getting fucked by the demon lord. That's literally the plot of this entire thing. Dead ass.
You ain't get to the twist though.
I don't remember the twist because I chose to block it out.
No,
okay?
Come on, what? You have to talk about the important twist.
No.
So you're telling me the fact that he was a dude wasn't the twist?
No.
That's real. That's wild. That's wild.
Continue.
You tell me, bro.
Well, clearly we know
this is your review.
So clearly we know this is April's anime.
Yeah.
Clearly we know this is her hentai.
I just feel like I don't.
Come on, Omar. Come on.
Was it not bad?
Come on, Omar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Omar, come on.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Omar.
I wouldn't know what the
Javon went through all the details of it. So
Javon went up and beyond.
Listen, you have to do it.
You can't skip over things.
You can't. There's no turning back. You have to do it.
I don't remember what the twist is.
Stop it.
You are lying.
I serious why?
You know.
I don't remember.
Stop lying.
I don't remember.
Omar.
I don't remember.
Wow. Omar. Stop it.
All right, April,
you told them how scarring this was
April,
for you. You have to let them know.
This so bad. He don't like he don't even want to be on camera uttering this.
He doesn't. Like, he doesn't at all. Like, he's ashamed and appalled that his eyes ever ventured on
I
would
have watch any one of the other on hentai on this list except for this week. Like, I don't. Why you give me this week?
Okay, April, what happened? What happened, April?
Omar, come on.
No. I'm not saying it. No.
Why you have to?
You have to.
It's only this one time. This is the last time you have to mention it. You don't have to talk about it again.
It's a free space.
We won't judge you, Omar.
I'm not doing it.
It's a place that you can call.
Come on, April. What's the twist? What's the twist?
No, I want Omar to say it.
He's not going to say it.
I want Omar to say it.
He is not going to say it.
Okay. Anyway, so the boy that got fucked, right?
Oh,
God. So they're saying, oh, well, since you are dressed as a magical girl, we should turn you into a girl. And so, like, they put things in his ear, like, that made his brain think that he's a girl, and then these things latched onto his chest, and then gave him breasts, and then things went down below, and then the penis went away. and so, and so he got fucked, and then he turned into a girl. They changed him into a girl, and then he liked it.
Huh.
April, I hope you know when we're done for this part of the segment.
April is a sick individual.
We have to come back and understand how you found that.
Exactly. How you find this?
And why you
how you stumble upon this? How you stumble upon this?
Because, like,
you talk about what you watch first, and then we can get to that.
Me?
Yes. Go.
Okay, I watched, like, Magical Twilight, which was the most innocent, wholesome. It was so innocent. You should see me, like, I read here watching it, and I said, is this a hentai?
This sounded like this was a nice slice of life.
Yeah, it was. This was like the
It was a nice slice of life with hentai sprinkled in.
Yeah, it was like from the 1990 something. I wasn't expecting anything much.
But hentai
was like, it was about these magical girls. They went to this magical school, and then homegirl, like the pigtails, she kept failing. So they sent her down to earth to tell her that she had to have sex or fall in love with this one random dude. And then all the other witches, like, because I guess the witch's sister wanted to bang him. And, like, so she kept having to, like, drag her off from the guy that she liked. Because, like, she almost succeeded. Because, like, she was sitting on his dick. And, like, she was going at it. And, like, she came in and she kicked out. She was like, you bimbo. Because I think she called him a bimbo. That's what the sub said. And then and then there was this big epic fight. But, like, the most hilarious thing was, like, there was this evil witch that was there. And then she wanted to kill Homeboy. But then Homeboy's friend was like, no, you ain't gotta do that. And then I don't know how he got her on the bed. Because I think he must be weakened her or something. And then he says, I'm gonna make you not want to kill anymore. And then, like he fingered her, and then, like, they cut scene. Because, like, this is, like, let me talk about it. When I say this is innocent, they don't go through.
You remember more than I do.
That's crazy.
So I literally just went on. I was like, okay, when I was saying, I said, okay, whenever I go on a mall, I changed my rating. I changed that from, because you know how you could do, like, the how you can have it set where you have, like, the R plus stuff to the top. I did that. And I was like, oh, okay, this is one came up first. I was like, okay, let's send that. And I sent that.
Because that's me. And then, like, after I watched this, and then, like, this was after, like, you know, we made the list. And I found it very funny that this was the one that was chosen for me to watch, because the thing why I gave Omar was also about magical girls, but it was two different parts of the spectrum, because, like, Vicky one was this wholesome, innocent stuff.
Yeah.
And then my one was just this
dark,
messed up stuff. And
pits of hell.
I said, Cam, I private messaged Cam. I said, Cam, I'm not gonna lie to you, but
he told us
mine was fucked up.
Can we just point out that April came out in 2020, which means she watched this recently? Let's just put that one out there. Let's put that one on there.
Wow.
So during quarantine, when everybody was catching COVID, April was out here watching hentai.
Wow.
That's wild. That is wild. This is a reason. Okay, we definitely need to learn that.
Exposed.
All right, dude.
Exposed.
I don't know if we should wait for you to watch.
I also watched Dropout.
I recommended that one.
That's your
you
one.
Okay,
Dropout
say what it was about.
Dropout is mine.
Dropout.
April watches.
Yeah, I watched everything that was on the list, but with the exception of Onichi.
Would you like to talk about Dropout? I do watch Dropout. Would you like to talk about Dropout?
Yeah, I watched Dropout. Okay, so Dropout was very interesting because I never watched Dropout before.
It's a good weekend.
April weekend was good because April. I want you to know, right? For everyone listening at home or watching, I want you to know April enthusiastically watched all of the recommended hentai.
I think I watched them the same night.
She wasted. You did.
That's powerful.
She wasted no time watching them. I want you all to know this. Anyway, continue, April.
like Dropout, and I guess I'm surprised I haven't watched Dropout before. Cause I mean, like I guess that is where like should this expose myself? I mean, I guess it probably didn't. Like Dropout doesn't really fall in the same genre, but even though I watched NTRs before, but anyway, but it's so interesting because like, it's about students, particularly I guess girls mostly, but I'm sure guys are also a part of it. There's this dropout program where like when the kids who don't like succeed or who don't do well in school or who decide like to drop out of school, they instead of like wasting space, they decide to turn them into sex slaves for the smarter kids. So they'll go to the smart kids and like they'll just like be their sex slaves, and it's pretty good. And like there's this one point like dude, like when the president like who was like the most famous president, like she was there, and then like she gonna do this, like she was doing it with this guy. So one thing that like I have seen some things but I have never seen like homeboy was like he was fucking up, and so all of a sudden he went into the uterus, and like he pulled it out, he pulled it out, and I'm like, what the fuck? I've seen some things like and like that's a lot seeing, because like seeing what I gave Omar, the shows I've seen some things, but
you just see Omar's face right now.
I'm like, wow. I'm just like, wow, and like this is like, how is that not hurting you, girl?
You done?
But yes, like it ended with an NTR like theme, because like she had a boyfriend, and like she said, oh, homeboy dick better than yours, and so like he sat there, like she make him sit there.
Surprised you don't go to NTRs.
You hate to see it.
But the catch in it too is that it's just not it's encouraging the male students to be better academically, because the best girls are awarded to the most academically gifted students who perform the best. So that's the gist of it, is to encourage them to study harder. So it
was a pretty interesting
study partner.
Pretty interesting anime.
Propaganda in Japan.
Huh?
You think they use this as propaganda in Japan? But like, listen, if y'all don't do good in school, y'all ain't gonna get
you can become a dropout, and then you become a sex slave.
You can become a cock.
But yeah, that's.
But yeah, like Dropout was pretty good. I didn't watch any more episodes, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, it follows the storyline. That was the CM.
Very interesting.
April, next time you recommend something to me, April, don't give me stuff like that.
I mean, it was by random.
It was by random. She just recommended. She just puts a very
You randomly got that number.
Yeah, you did.
You did. So like, I mean, like when you asked me how I found it, but like, cause like the site that I always go on, like they always update their site, so like whatever is new is like up there, and so
you just click the newest one.
Let's just check out the new stuff.
So you just watch hentai like seasonal anime?
Like the thing was, God. Okay, let me see. Okay,
I was like,
how will
that's
I
the
say
thing.
this? Okay,
Okay,
hentai don't
seasonal.
really
That's
update like seasonal anime. They update like every month.
But people just keep track though. It's like, oh, this is a new teaser for a new.
I mean, there's some anime oh God, animes.
I want to touch on something
that I've waited months for.
I want to touch on something.
What's that?
It took so long.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
don't think that's I don't think that's the segment you want to say that in, Vicky.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, I want to touch on something.
Yeah, I want to touch on something.
You want to touch on something with this long finger.
Okay, touch on something.
That's powerful. But
go on, Omar. Go on.
Yeah, so speaking of what April said in regards to the hentai not being like seasonal anime, I think starting in either 2019 or 2020, there has been like these short hentai with like they don't always go all the way, but they still showed like enough and like they would air like every season. Like for example, there was one I watched
with the firefighters.
And then there was another one. Oh gosh,
I watched one with like the workers. What it was like the workers sleeping with a boss or something like that.
Yeah.
These hentai.
It's like hentai, but they come out seasonal and they short.
I mean, like they're like the animes that sort of like
shorts.
that sort of like tip on the edge between.
Like they'd show them fucking, but it'd be censored. The dick is be censored.
Yeah, so they're almost like thing redo of a hero and not hero redo of a healer.
Think of something like that. But it's
they tip on that special line. They tiptoe on that special line where are you anime?
Like the episodes are like 8 minutes or something like that. They're very short.
Yeah, I still just watch them. I still check them out every season.
It's just like that.
I just want to see how they could be basically.
Check the material.
There's actually an interesting one coming up because it's like a relatively newish type of studio. They bringing out a regular anime sometimes this year, but they also doing a hentai like that. So everybody like, hold on.
It always makes me wonder how come hentai takes so long to produce.
I don't know, but. April, you will.
But it's like guys like days be busy. With the jerking motion.
I mean, it's like it takes like months between episodes. It's weird.
Manga too.
I just wonder how the voice actors is feeling. Like.
You makes me doing it.
With the noises?
Like, there is this hentai that I watched where it was about, like, voice actors in the hentai industry and, like, the manager. Like, because, like, he was singing a voice acting session.
Dandy.
And April is street hentai sites like Pornhub. she going to the far pages. She on page 5.
But anyway, like there was this hentai when it was like they were voice acting this hentai, and so the director he told homegirl because they was like watching her do a session, and so he was like, "Well, you're not doing it real enough." She said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Have you ever
have
you ever been fucked?" And then she said no, and so he fucked her while he also had to record.
That is peak hentai.
That's peace for real, man. I need to watch this. What they call?
Look at this one.
No. Say it to me on
for researching.
It's always for research purposes.
Sauce, please.
Always.
I honestly can't remember what it's called.
So why did you choose that hentai, April? I'm very curious.
Because
why did you choose?
You know me, I like chaos. I just
as a matter of fact, better question. What is your genre preference? This is where we can really get somewhere. What is your genre preference?
Oh wow.
Let me hear this.
Okay, so
oh god.
We like all. Right. I should say like.
We about to discover the real April right now.
Yes.
The non-consent.
What you was browsing? Let me hear this.
The non-consent category.
Non-consent category.
Yo!
Wow!
Do you know how wild it is that there's a category that exists that's just simply non-consent?
I mean, it doesn't say non-consent. Like that's the
PG word for it.
I
know what it is.
Like psychologically, is it the helplessness? Because I know you like cute characters who like say, "Oh, is it the helplessness or is it the aggression? Is it the aggression side of it or the helplessness side of it?
Or is it like the knowing that at first they didn't like this, but then they grew to like it, so now they have this like whole
I feel
thing
dirty.
How did they get?
That they get off.
And I thought I didn't need an adult. No, I'm an adult now. So what is it? What is it, April? What draws you to that category?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know it.
She stumbled there when it was like, ooh.
It's just one of those weird fetishes. It's one of those weird fetishes.
I don't know, because like vanilla just be so boring. Because like, you know, I used to watch like, I mean, well, I shouldn't say that I used to like, because like I shouldn't say that my first hentai was vanilla, because it wasn't definitely not vanilla. It was but it was like almost everyone's first hentai was Bible
nothing
Block.
vanilla about Bible
So,
Block.
there was nothing vanilla about
That's
Bible
what we should let Cam watch. Bible Block.
We should.
Yes, don't nod your head. You have to watch it.
I feel
everyone's first hentai was Bible Block, so I should not say that my first one was vanilla. But then I also watched another vanilla one, I guess, probably after that. It was about that girl who was always by the pool, and then homeboy was always fucking with her in the changing room by the pool. And so like she never used to go swimming. She was a swimmer. She had blue swimsuit. Oh my god, I shouldn't say blue swimsuit, because blue swimsuit is like the typical Japanese swimsuit. But yeah, so like, but then like, you know, I started seeing other like, I guess like, you know, the non-consent category is more exciting than the vanilla.
It's the thrill. It's the thrill. It's the thrill, April. I guess that's what it is for you. I don't know.
I guess like, you know, it also derived from my love, because I don't know. I guess because like, you guys know I always like psychological horror. So I like horror on the whole. So
what? Oh,
she said she like horror, but I was wondering.
Yes, I also, because like, you know, when you guys see like some of my tastes in animes, I like horror. I like psychological stuff as well. And I guess I don't know, maybe that bleeded into that side of the spectrum.
We got you. My misconception.
I mean, but NTR, but like I still understand, because like sometimes I watch NTR, so I mean, I guess NTR also mostly falls into that category as well. And I don't know, it's just like that categories be spicy and have the interesting plots and stuff.
The plots.
I have to apologize for my misconception. It's my last question. I thought there was gonna be more tentacles.
Tentacles.
I mean, see how the thing is tentacles,
the thing
right?
with tentacles.
Tentacles is like so.
I go away from tentacles.
It is
so basic.
That's like
and the thing is like that's
the basic.
The peak, like when you first started watching hentai, you saw a bunch of tentacles.
Yeah.
So it's like
that was the drawing factor. Like why this?
Granted, there was a tentacle anime that was like, because before I made my choice for the selection table, it was three hentais.
You made her choice. She sat down and thought this one through.
I know, right?
Because I want to shock whoever was I was hoping, and like I got my wish, because I didn't want that to go to Vicky. I always wanted to go either Japon or Omar.
Wow.
So I wanted to go to a guy.
I wish it went to me. I was going to like Nari. The hell with this hentai.
Wow.
So because like basically the other two hentais I was thinking of was like, there was this one where this guy like somehow he found a way to put his mind in his sister's body, and so he decided to like, you know, fuck himself.
You told about that.
Yes, but we talked about that off part, and so
okay.
like, you know, he wanted to fuck himself, so he literally did like that was literally fuck yourself. And there was the next one, like it had tentacles in it, and then like, you know, it used to lay eggs in them, and then
okay,
all right.
We got this. Well, for me, as you can probably see, I lean more to the very outlandishly drawn hentai, and when I say like outlandishly drawn, everything is like extremely more proportioned than it probably would be normally.
Yeah,
as you can see from Dropout, so it's like, even though it's like it may sometimes they may be kind of vanilla, it's just that they keep me more attentive to the hentai. And of course, you can see there's stuff like, you know, sometimes the urethra may pop out and stuff like that happens.
That's some other
shit. But no, that's my kind of distress. I look for stuff that looks visually appealing when it comes to hentai for me.
Big titties.
Well, that's what it is for me. Big titties. Like, however,
the lips and stuff like that, like it's stuff. Yeah, I go to that. And
I started to watch a lot of those hentais that have like some serious budget. Like when I say they have budget, when I say the animation, like dead, smooth, like fluid and crisp.
Yeah.
Like I was watching one on Saturday, bro. This was a gyaru hentai, where it started off with the girl getting fucked from a teacher because she wanted the key to the roof of the school. The teacher was like, "If you have sex, you might give you the key or whatever, but you can't let anybody come up there or whatever." So she come upstairs. Mind you, the typical gyaru look, blonde hair, big titties, big ass, shit like that. Yeah. So she going upstairs on the roof, chilling or whatever, and she see one nigga on the roof too. She was like, "How you get it?" He was like, "Oh, I always come up here for lunch or whatever." And they just start talking, and he was just like, she was like, I know you have a girlfriend. I hear that when you was about to have sex with her, like her pussy did smell so bad, you didn't want fucking no more, so you come with an excuse as to why you couldn't fuck anymore.
Watch
and then he was like, yeah, man, like I just couldn't do it.
I don't know what y'all be typing in.
So then I just randomly saw it on the homepage. I just was like, oh, this look interesting.
That can bring me to another. I would say that can bring me to another question. That probably is awesome.
So I didn't get to finish it, but like basically she was like,
you bookmarked it.
He was like, yes, I did. He was like, he was like, she asked him if he's a virgin still.
Gonna need this one for later.
He was like, yeah, or whatever. So she was like, oh, so you never do anything before? And he was like, yeah. She's like, okay, then I could be your muse. I could let you experience these things for the first time because I was a school or whatever and whatnot. So she had him finger her first or whatever. He was just like, oh, this is amazing.
I feel like this.
So then after that, she pulled out her titties and he started sucking the titties and he was like, oh yeah, I like this or whatever. So then she was like, I can slowly put your dick inside me because like his dick was like huge or whatever. So then they start fucking.
I like that Vicky's face is dead straight.
And like he got
I'm in tune to what he's saying.
When you get
so attentive right now.
You're like when you get introduced to something like your horizons expands or whatever. Like you just see his
rainbow. Like he just
was like, oh my god.
He figured out the meaning of life.
This is amazing. So he was getting into it. And she was getting into it. He's like, I don't normally do this, but I can let you come inside me or whatever.
Of course.
And like they just was going at it, man. The animation was great.
Yeah,
you foldable animate this dog.
Animation. That is so crazy.
Was so crisp.
You know what it is to watch.
I didn't know you this
They don't do that time. I just say it was that good.
No, but imagine
that good.
You getting the affordable like animation in hentai. Like that's so great.
Wait, that was.
But why?
How was the cum scene?
But why?
Was it like a?
That's what I'm saying.
I can do the internal scene first, right? So like it literally was just like go with it. Like bruh, like it. That was hard.
Oh my god.
Like, I could watch this again.
Vicky, do you have?
I was mad. I have one episode though. I was mad. That was.
I'm pretty sure your hand needed a break. One episode is all it could take.
I just stumbled upon it because like I was waiting for it. I was waiting for 86 to finish downloading. So I just was like,
let me go watch some hentai in the meantime.
That is sick. This man is sick. This man was waiting for it. Download it.
Look, let me tell you like this. I had it open in my incognito browser.
This man is sick.
So I just was like, I could get some open or whatever.
This is a perfect time to watch some porn.
I forget it was open, so I just was like, hold on, let me see if anything do come over. And that's when I saw it.
That is sick.
I just was like, this is a gyaru, and it's just like,
that's how you was waiting for your anime to download.
And I just saw the animation, like literally the anime started with the girl getting the fuck by the teacher. I just was like, look at the animation, bro.
Some people go play a game.
I couldn't stop me.
Watch an episode or something else. You just say like, well, it's time to catch up on my hentai.
No, babe. It just caught my eye and I had to look at it. And the animation drew me in.
I believe you, buddy.
Bro, you want me to show you? I can show you.
No, you don't have to show me anything.
I actually want to see.
Actually, I'm a bit curious. I
want to see this ufotable porn animation.
And in the meantime, this man saying,
what website?
What about you, Vicky? To be in that body search for that, do you have?
How about you?
I don't really have a genre.
You just whatever looks good at the time.
Yeah, whatever tickles my fancy, I'd watch.
It tickling something.
I hope this is the way you said it. Oh yeah, so yeah.
This is that boy. Yeah, that boy. He had that loaded up. He had that loaded
Yeah,
up.
it's moving dead fast now.
Let me the volume down. So
Yeah.
people
Be like Gojo and turn your volume all the way down.
I'm gonna go see.
No, it's like a
Link it, link it in the group.
I can link it. Don't worry.
Look at April. You don't have enough sauce already.
I mean, I'm curious.
Wait.
Let me see. Sorry, I think
I
am mad that we are currently looking at a porn
this
porn
animation
game
actually look good for
ad
real.
on Moma's phone. Like it was not the actual thing. They were like,
Hold on. You see the frames?
yes, we do.
You see the frames? Look at it, me. Look at the frames, though, bro. Look at it.
That is, I ain't gonna lie. That is very detailed.
I say, bro.
That is, what?
You want me to? I'm the no.
No sauce. No sauce. No sauce. The world don't need to know how to say guys. That is very This is crisp.
Yeah, this is. I won't lie.
It's actually pretty crisp.
I say, bro.
But yeah, this thing, I ain't gonna lie. That's the one. That's the kind
they
I watch.
going in, bro. They putting their foot inside these nuts.
What was everyone's first hentai experience like?
Oh, my first hentai
for me,
experience?
I would say, of course, Bible Black. But I watched Bible Black.
That wasn't
thinking, well, you're right. It wasn't. I lie. It's my first hentai experience. Was when my best friend
like easy
came.
pick oven type thing.
No. No, he came one day and it's like, yo, I need to show you this. That's like what you showed me. So it's it's just the funniest thing. Well, we went downstairs because he used to come over to his cousin's house and stuff like, right? So we used to be on that computer a lot, like counting all that kind of stuff, right? So he was like, bro, I gotta show you this thing, right? It's about Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. That's like, what you mean?
That's it.
This dude,
that's it right there.
At the time, this dude would take me to a site called Sailor Moon X.
It was Dragon Moon.
Dragon Moon.
Oh, my God. Dragon Moon. You're right. My bad. Dragon Moon X.
Yes.
Wow.
And my perspective was changed forever. I literally decide. Of course, it had Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon characters together having sex, but it's like it opened the door. It's like people have all your favorite cartoon characters in very questionable positions. It's like,
is this site still operational now?
I don't know.
No,
probably not.
It's not. I don't think it is. The thing is, it went from Dragon Moon X to Naruto X. And
you gotta find anything, bro.
Yes.
Newground.
It's like it had it literally had a category in the categories for every female Kanoji.
When you wander over to the
and there's like just different pictures of it. It's like oh yeah, that was it. There was an actual movie. There was like a fan made movie for Dragon Moon X, where it's like it was just the stupidest thing. Is like this house and like randomly different characters would like drive. I don't know why they come to this house and they just end up having sex with each other. Just like so, that was my first experience with hentai.
Yeah, mine's is similar to Javon, except it started a bit differently. So I was in grade 5, and I remember I came.
Was it grade? Yeah,
I came to school late, and I saw all my friends like in the corner crowding around, like a kikiing about something. That's what it was. I was like, what this is? So I go on over there, and then
I'm like, bro,
I could call this person M.
What Goku doing?
M was like, babe, y'all ain't gonna believe this, bro. Like I last night I find this website called Dragon Moon X, and he's like, babe, and I Goku fucking Sailor Moon, and he print out pictures to show us at school,
I'm glad you said
and
that.
That's what they was looking at in
I'm
class.
glad you say that.
So
I'm glad you say that. I have a story.
I was like, hold on,
bro.
This look interesting. I need to find this. So that same day I got over and I looked that up, and that's just like, bro, like this. I think this was my first my first time seeing anything pornographic, I think. Because I think from here, I remember one time. Oh yeah, I remember one time. I came home from school early, and this is when we still had DirecTV at home. And I remember I was trying to find Cartoon Network so I could watch tonight, but I didn't know the channel. So I was flicking through, and I saw this white woman and this white man.
Okay. Right?
And I changed the channel there because I was like, I'm supposed to be looking at this. Then I was like, hold on a second. I want to look at this. So I going back.
Omar was Gojo from this episode of My Dress Up Darling.
I gone down a rabbit hole from there. So that was my first experience.
So going back to that picture thing, right? It's so funny, right? I end up getting like a print out of probably the home screen from Dragon Moon X. It had Goku, Sailor Moon, and everything, all in sex, right? I took this to school. I kid you not. It's like I had the Holy Grail. When I stepped,
let me see it.
I had the Holy Grail. Like literally, dudes was like, Javon, let me see the thing. But it's like, all right. We go. I had it stashed away.
And he's pulling the one scene. Hold on, man. You freaking right out the way you say.
Let me go get it real quick, man. I had folded up in a box, stashed away in my drawers. You get this, I go on there, boom. So we got it. Like, yo, come. Unfolded this, like, all right, this is right here. It's like, bro, the things we used to do.
That was good times.
As prepubescent kids, like
good times.
I literally is like the Holy Grail. It's like, dude, it's just. Now you look back, it's like, dude, it's just still pictures, bro.
10 years old, we didn't know any better.
Right? This is like the Holy. Oh my god, that's Goku. Oh my god, that's Sailor Moon.
This is possible.
Like, oh my god. I never saw this episode before. I was like, oh,
but you couldn't fathom how they make that happen.
Exactly.
You could not fathom how they make them do that.
And the thing is, imagine you already watch Sailor Moon and have like a semi-crush on these girls. Like you just see, it's like, oh, and now you see them, it's like big boobs, big butt. And then it's like, whoa.
Watching Super Saiyan Goku fuck Sailor Moon.
Yo, Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Wait.
And they had them lying off. Like, that was the wildest time. But anyway, April, Vicky, y'all. Oh,
yeah, we
there. Okay,
there,
so my first experience did not involve Dragon Moon, whatever y'all call Dragon Moon X or whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I don't remember how old I was, but like I was browsing.
That's how to start.
Because I've been after the whole discovered porn thing, right? And so I was on one of my I was on one of the sites.
that you just happened to discover porn on. Yeah.
That became a regular.
And so you're scrolling through, and then I saw, I think Bible Black was there, and I was like, oh, what's anime doing on here? And then I clicked on Bible Black, and so I was like, wow. So that's porn anime. I did watch all of the Bible blocks.
I think we all did.
We had surprised.
We all did.
But then also since we mentioned Newgrounds earlier, right?
Yeah.
Newgrounds was not yet. Newgrounds was not.
Yes, it was.
Because you remember Newgrounds was a wild time, and
at a point I didn't even know Newgrounds had games. I
thought it was just a porn site. That's what I thought it was. So it was like,
back then it was so easily, to stumble onto the adult side of Newgrounds, not as it is now.
Yeah.
But now, it's so back then it was so easy to do it, and so I'm sure the name that I'm about to say, I'm sure people of my age probably know Dancing Queen. Who don't remember Dancing Queen's animations?
I don't know.
Dancing
what? Come on,
I'd have to see it.
I'd have to see it. Yeah, I'd have to see it. I don't know Dancing Queen.
Search Dancing Queen. Search Dancing Queen.
Did I put this link in the right group?
I hope you put that.
Wait, I just was thinking this is like, bro. I hope I said this to my mommy.
Cause back then,
I've never asked you for anything else in my life like that. But please,
because like Dancing Queen was like, because Dancing Queen was sort of like a visual manga, sort of like it was manga, but then like some of the voice bubbles move, some of the pictures show movement. Like it looks very old now if you look at it now, because like Dancing Queen was like way back then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw this.
And like so Dancing Queen had like Final Fantasy animations, some like like one like they were mostly like she was mostly known for her One Piece collection. Like she did.
So Dancing
I don't
Queen,
know all the One Piece collections.
Dancing Queen is an author and not an actual thing. That's what you're telling me.
Dancing Queen, she's not. I guess she's the artist.
That's why I can't find her. Okay.
You searched her?
I searched Dancing Queen animation.
I'm trying to figure out now. Like that's just it's an author, it's an animator then, pretty much.
Oh, let me see if I can find. I can link it to you guys. But yeah, Dancing Queen was like one of the first things I stumbled onto Newgrounds. After that, that like okay, do you guys remember that game with the girl trying to get out of hell, but then you have to dodge all the things? Because like if you get caught, like they fucked her in some weird position. So and if you get fucked too much. If you get fucked too much, then you get stuck in hell with all the things like tying you down. And
it's funny as well.
I can't remember. It was a game on Newgrounds. Okay, like Newgrounds is a weird place.
April was destined. She had no. Yeah, she had no saving. It was inevitable. It was inevitable. I understand April. I understand Vicky.
I'm just saying, like y'all acted all cutesy. I show y'all some dark memories.
No, I was actually gonna. Well, after Vicky go, I would say. Vicky, what was your first experience with hentai?
Honestly, I can't remember. I watched more live action porn than I did hentai back then. So
Vicky is a deviant. She watched so much.
Yeah, y'all shouldn't be surprised by this answer.
She watched so much that she can't even remember.
She wanted the real shit.
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't into cartoons. She didn't want to see
cartoons.
I want to see the real thing.
Cartoons for
baby. Yeah, I'm a real girl.
What?
Anyway, yeah, I watched too much real life porn that I got tired of it, so that's when I switched to hentai. I
had something similar to Vicky as well, because like once after I discovered Bible Black, I was like, real porn is porn.
The funny thing with Bible Black, I did like the same with you. I started watching it as though I thought it was a regular hentai. I mean, regular anime, and it's like, say okay, this, all right. This thing, Bible Black had all the fetishes in one series. I kid you not. I kid you not.
Don't say anything because Cam have to watch it.
I kid you not. But the thing with Bible Black, that actually is one hentai I can actually say the plot was actually kind of interesting.
Even the plot ain't too bad.
I would actually say that without a doubt.
The plot?
Okay, but I'm gonna share the link with you guys.
The plot. Yeah, the story.
Just making sure.
Okay, the story.
I don't go to
if you like really religious, like if you was like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a devout Christian, then you could probably feel some type of way about this.
I mean, if you watch it hentai, anyway.
Yeah, but this is get into like.
And you watching Bible Black,
like demonic shit.
Yeah, I mean most hentais do that. Like I said, I've watched plenty of ogres.
So.
And succubus.
Oh, I can't watch them.
And succubus. Count out a quick reactions like, what you mean by ogres?
They just make me feel bad.
What you mean by ogres, bro? Yes, I've
back
watched.
Then, like when you was curious, like you would watch one or two ogre things, but then I've watched ogres. Ogres ain't my thing.
Enslave and breed women. Yeah, I've seen all of that.
I was like rhinos. Anyways.
Wait, what? You say rhinoceros?
I say them ogres have like rhinoceros dicks. So I feel like
bearing off.
They about to tear these girls apart from the inside.
I have so many questions. One, why do you know what a rhinoceros dick?
No, I mean I try to describe it like that because like you would think a rhino dick is huge, right?
Why would I think rhino dick is huge?
I don't, bro. Okay, what if
it's a horse?
It's the horse dick. Okay, yeah, horse dick. Like, yeah.
What's really happening?
No, mate. Like I guess it's be like I
what? Thinking about rhinoceros dicks?
No.
What is beyond? Get on the counter, boy.
Omar, did you ever watch that hentai with the blue horse?
The blue horse.
I don't.
Because
Even,
like it was the red hair girl, and then they were trapped in this weird dimension.
I don't even want to know where that going.
I don't know what that is.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
I don't even want to know where that going.
I'll shut up.
But
yeah, I don't want to know what that.
Well, I was gonna say before the one I did recommend, I was gonna recommend. There's two others I was gonna recommend, but one I said that's probably going to be too obvious. Y'all probably gonna guess what it was. So it's called Futaba.
Futaba.
Ah, you don't know what Futaba
Oh,
is?
you mean the joint? You mean the Thai Futo?
No, it's called Futaba.
I don't know.
Is that the one with the girls in the dance?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I
yes. To put it bluntly, yes.
Isn't that
but
what
it's called Futaba.
Isn't that
yeah,
what
like
is?
that's the name of the tag now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And another one was amusement park of sex.
Yeah.
Which is very similar to Dropout in style, animated style. So that's why I say it's very obvious the kind of hentai that I lean towards. What are we looking at?
This dancing queen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one where I sent. Like, I never been to that website before.
You ever
That's
click one of these?
It's the ad. No.
We'll ever click one of them.
No,
Don't
For
click that.
What?
I asked him.
Omar just asked me if
I
I've
don't
ever
click them because I
clicked.
just always feel like
If
they're
I've
viruses.
ever, me too.
Me too.
I've
That's why I never
clicked
clicked them. But
the
like,
ads that pop up
Pop up
on
local
people
hentai
like,
site, the
you will
game site.
come in 20 seconds. Like
Omar,
what?
why would
I
you?
just feel like you never could say challenge accepted.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You can never say
Yeah,
I
nigga,
can- why would you
yeah.
ask me such a sick?
Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah.
ask me such a sick question? Like what?
This look like One Piece.
Not really.
Yeah.
This is
That
One
is
Piece.
One
I
Piece.
did say
It doesn't look like One Piece. That is One
This
Piece.
T4 from Final Fantasy VII.
You are just, Omar.
April, what the hell?
What do you mean with that? Yeah, see the same
What?
thing.
That's Dancing Queen. She does these
Rangiku.
animations. Well,
Awesome.
she used to.
Rangiku and who
Neri
is it?
Tsunade?
Tsunade.
That's
yeah.
But like you would
Yeah.
find more in Newgrounds. I should probably looked on Newgrounds and gave a link
Yeah.
from Newgrounds.
You are very cultured, bro.
Yeah,
I must
bro.
say.
She
You are very
clearly is
Listen.
the
I
expert
appreciate
there.
you.
Because
You are the hentai
I know
blood.
maybe it started from when I used to read lemon line fan fictions and then just elevate. Because like
We
know,
we
it's
just asked it,
so-
bro. That's fine.
almost like you read the book and then now you want to see
This
visuals.
this was your destiny. It's fine. Bro.
Yeah.
This was your
I mean,
destiny.
we're all adults.
No, I'm just saying
Everyone has watched porn
you-
hentai before.
specifically. This was your destiny. There are deviants, and there's a deviant scale. I think we're on the lower bar than you at the current time when it comes on the deviant scale.
I'm sure you guys see some things you're just afraid to admit that you've watched.
No. It's just that those are the things that I lean towards.
Yeah, I don't lead
You
towards
are.
them. I don't care your eyes watch NTR and big titties. That's what guys watch. That's what I watch.
But then y'all catch feelings over NTR.
I used to catch feelings, but now I don't care.
I'm clipping that big titties part. I'm just saying.
You could say that. It's
watch
no.
NTR.
I
big titties.
tell everybody I is a titty man. Bro. I like ass, but I is a titty man at heart. I ain't afraid to say that.
That's good. That's good to know.
I ain't afraid to say
That's
that.
good to know. Yeah. Okay. So we know you're into red woman and you're into big titties.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, we established.
Yes.
Oh, and incest. See, we're discovering. Yeah, we're rounding out your personality one by one. Oh man, but this is a great segment. I like this. This is fun. We're gonna do more of this. We have to make this a thing now where we just
So every 30 episodes.
suggest every 30. Maybe less than that. You know, this is just a run.
Let's do it every 10.
Every 10.
Like 40
every 10.
for 40, 50, 60.
All right, we'll just
Yeah, let's do it
recommend.
every
I
10
just like to
episodes.
point out that
Uh-huh.
after all these traumatizing hentai evil watch, she still has an issue with Dido and Miranjo on
Yes, he does.
Yeah, man.
on ranking of kids. If you
Exactly.
guys take a look at her
Listen.
tweet,
Yes, he does. Yes.
Oh,
he
she
does.
tweet about it too?
She did
yeah,
tweet
she
about
did.
it.
She
Yeah,
did tweet about it.
April's very hypocrite. And like April can't say nothing to me no more. Like she can't speak nothing on that topic no more.
Exactly.
We've season deviant.
Listen.
What I also did discover from this podcast is that I was wrong. Vicky is not the biggest deviant of this group. I was wrong.
She is a deviant. She
I
does.
don't-
She just is.
but
She
she
just
is
is this
not.
type
She
of
is not
deviant.
the biggest deviant.
Yeah.
Vicky has not been so
I keep telling
forthcoming this
people
episode.
I'm not a deviant. They don't believe me.
I wouldn't go that far. Vicky, I wouldn't go that far. you know it in your heart. I wouldn't go that far. Vicky.
I'm an angel.
You're not. All right. But that being said, that has been episode 30 of the
after,
Otaku Summit
when you see her
podcast,
suggestion,
everybody.
it kind of almost fits.
I am pretty. Listen,
Magical Twilight was the. Let me tell you, Vicky, I almost got bored watching Magical Twilight. I stopped watching Magical Twilight. Because it was so boring. It was not boring, but it was boring. This way I said this is the most hentai that I ever seen. I don't think this was a hentai.
Don't let that fool you. Vicky is a demon. But this has been a fun podcast. I like this. So guys, this has been a long one too. A long but fun podcast.
Are you still watching?
No pun intended. What? Am I what?
No, I heard asking it. How do you swipe?
Oh, I swiped on someone's Twitter profile. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that."
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yes, but thank you guys for listening and watching when you see this. This has been a very fun podcast.
Don't feel ashamed of what
don't be
like.
afraid.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Don't be ashamed of your taste.
If you are sexual deviant in the heart, and you like weird things, don't be ashamed of it. Own it.
That shows that you are a unique person and that you are not satisfied by the status quo.
Or you are just one step away from therapy. Yeah. That's it. But or
that. I mean, therapy is exciting.
You know what? It actually makes me question you in real life, April. You know what? Never mind. Don't begin.
I know everything I need to know now. I know everything I need to know now.
I'm a sweet, fun person.
I believe you.
I'm fun.
I believe you wholeheartedly.
It always has to be the old set.
Yes. Right now, if we look, April got a bunch of rope and gear. Anyway, you know what? This has been the Otaku Summit podcast.
I mean,
thank you guys for coming.
Kids, we had wild time. Wild time.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I wouldn't take it back for anything.
You born in the 90s, April? I thought you was born in the 80s.
And with that being said, thank you guys.
Why are you like this?
Thank you guys for listening.
I'm so happy that
this has been the Otaku Summit podcast. If you want to follow us, you can follow us on our Twitter page at the Otaku Summit. You can follow us on our Instagram, also the Otaku Summit, our TikTok, the Otaku Summit as well. Check us out on the Solid Discord. Hit us up on, watch us as well on the Solid YouTube page. Yo, Vicky, I love Vicky.
April, on behalf of Vicky, I apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
I thought she was born in the 80s.
I love Vicky being on the podcast. I hope we have more of Vicky. And with that being said, this has been the end of the Otaku Summit, and we are out. I love Vicky.